The 1998 AFL Grand Final, played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on Saturday the 26th of September between North Melbourne and the Adelaide Crows. The teams: North Melbourne, backs Scott, Martin, Pike; halfbacks Pickett, Archer, King; centres Grant, Simpson, Blakey; half forwards McKernan, Carey, Ellison; forwards Abraham, Scholl, Roberts; followers Capuano, A. Stevens, Bell; interchange Freeborn, Harvey, McCartney and Rock. Adelaide, backs Edwards, Hart, Pittman; halfbacks Goodwin, Caven, Smart; centres Costa, Jarman, Eccles; half forwards Vardy, Robran, McLeod; forwards Bickley, M. Stevens, Allen; followers Wren and Ricciotto, Johnson; interchange Connell, James, Marsh and Tyson. There were no changes in the selected sides. Umpires A. Coates, H. Kennedy and D. Goldsmith. Crowd 94,431. Weather fine, 19 degrees, windy. Norm Smith medal for the best player in the grand final, Andrew McLeod of the Adelaide Crows. Reserves grand final, Western Bulldogs 2016 defeated Essendon 12-8.
Very special story, so good luck to him today, Martin.
Scott McLeod. Stevens in the centre with North Melbourne, with Bell, Blakey and also McKernan. And Jarman is in there for Adelaide, and Wren in the ruck, the bounce. The grand final is underway. The ball knocked down to Costa. Costa couldn't get a kick away, neither could McKernan. Thrown off the kick. Abraham wheels around in the centre with the ball. Kicks to half forward. Carey! First mark of the game, could be first goal. He's 55 out. Will the King bomb it? He does. Long drop, punt to the square. A chance for the markers. Off hands, hard caught. Great tackle. Scholl could get holding the ball. Free kick. He doesn't. Gee, it was a good tackle by Scholl, Barmy.
It was, and Martin Pike ran to the goal square and was in a terrific position to mark it. He's a little bit stiff in. It was good contest, good tackle by Scholl.
The bounce, 1 metre out from North Melbourne's goal, and they force it through for a behind. So the first score of the day, grand final 1998 to North Melbourne, 1 behind, Adelaide yet to score.
Very important hit out then. I thought Corey McKernan was fantastic because he really physically put pressure on Wren.
Kick in by Jarman, goes short to Bickley in the back pocket at the punt road end. He'll come around the member's side. Hart goes short to receive. No, he'll go long out towards Wren. Good battle out there. The ball comes off the hands of Roberts, picked up by Abraham. His hand pass doesn't find a target. It's at half forward, between wing and half forward for North Melbourne, and there'll be a ball up. So North with a rush behind in the first 60 seconds of this match. There's the ball up on half forward for North. McKernan swats it, but he was being held onto, and the free kick will be taken by McKernan. About a kick and a half out from goal. He sits it up. It's going to land about 30 metres out from goal. Good mark taken by Carey. 30 lines, yes, he judged it beautifully. And Carey's taken a mark 30 metres out directly in front, and those people who've taken the short odds about Wayne Carey kicking the first goal of the grand final, you can just about queue up, I would say. Here he is, 35 out directly in front, the first goal. No, he's missed. He's missed it. Oh, that was a nervous little kick off the side of the boot by the skipper. A miss by Carey. And North lead by 2 points to nil, 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. What did you make of that, Neil Barn, that kick?
Oh, yeah, it genuinely nerves it, but that's good because it shows that he is actually human, but he's got the ball pretty well already.
Jarman short end defence from full back to Hart, back pocket, under the new scoreboard at the punt road end. Hart now a long kick, aiming for Wren. Roberts behind him, pushed Wren out. Back of the pack, Abraham picks up, pumps the ball back to the top of the square. Scholl is there, knocked away from him down towards Jarman and Grant. Neither can get it. Harvey caught high, free kick, forward pocket for North Melbourne, and it's on. Bickley has put a player down already, and we'll wait and see if it's 50 to Grant. Bickley put Grant down. No, it's not 50 to Harvey. So Harvey short passes, and the mark's been taken by Blakey. So all those people who had Harvey for the first goal and were thinking of getting in the line, get back in your seat and let the people with Blakey on their ticket line up. Blakey is on a 45-degree angle.
Be fair odds too.
Well, kick from 30 metres out he would be. He lines up, drop punt, swings back beautifully. First goal, North Melbourne. It took 3.5 minutes. North Melbourne 1-2-8. Adelaide yet to score.
Yes, well, a great goal by Blakey, but certainly North Melbourne they just sort of seem to have an edge at this stage. They're doing plenty of attacking. They look like they're focused, and although they're showing signs of nerves early, they seem to know where the ball's going to go, and they're concentrating. They seem to have it worked out a little bit more than Adelaide, but only early stages.
Grandstand football around Australia, around the world. North Melbourne 1-2-8. Adelaide yet to score. 4 minutes in the first term. A sun-drenched MCG. It's 21 degrees in Melbourne. A glorious day for the grand final. No excuses on the weather front. From the centre bounce, up they go. Ruckman missed, although Wren got it. Gets it down towards a teammate in Tyson, who kicks up towards half forward. The ball on the bounce. Scott comes out in front of McLeod. Works the ball out towards the member side. Tackled by McLeod, but it's okay from Scott. It's been marked by Pike right below us on the members' wing as he heads up towards the Punt Road goal. Pike's kick is going to land about 60 metres out. Carey with a couple to contend with. Looked around inquiringly at the field umpire to say, did you see that? I was taken out of it. And the field umpire, Hayden Kennedy, said no. The ball out of play near the Melbourne race, and there'll be a throw in 65, 70 metres away from North Melbourne's goal.
Back into play, the ball comes. Roberts virtually takes the ball out of the ruck, throw in, but can't get a kick away. Knocks the ball down to Scholl, gets a quick fire handball to Bell. Kick around the body towards attacking 50, but the ball is knocked out of play by Caven, who dived and couldn't quite bring in the half volley, and it'll be thrown in 50 metres from North Melbourne's goal. But North has done all the attacking in the first 5 minutes, and they're in attack again. McKernan edged out of the ruck contest by Wren. Ball knocked down to Stevens. Couldn't get a kick away. That's Stevens of North. Picked up by Goodwin for the Crows. Kicks to the centre of the ground. Martin and Rotherham both got a hand on it. Neither marked it. James there. Pickett stole it from him. He can't quite pick it. He does pick it up. Handballs backwards toward Bell. Martin lends assistance. Free kick, though. It'll go to Byron Pickett. He is too far out to score. 80 metres from goal. Byron Pickett, drop punt. It's in the Carey direction. He has the run at it. Caven from behind, knocks it away from him. Picking up the crumbs, Harvey kicks across the face of goal, and it trickles out of play. North Melbourne's forward pocket. 6 minutes played first term. North 1-2-8. Adelaide yet to score. Swamp.
Well, I think the biggest change is Martin started at fullback, and now he's out to centre-half back on Robber, and McCartney's gone back on to Pittman. Stevens on Goodwin in the centre. Caven on Carey. Hale on Scholl. King on Tyson.
A boundary throw in, left forward pocket, picked up there by Pike. He's upended, lost possession. The ball cleared by Bickley, but marked by Scholl. Scholl kicks the ball right across goal, but Carey's leading there. Too far for Carey, takes the bounce away from Carey, and Caven in the far right-hand pocket in front of the Great Southern Stand, Punt Road end, 30 metres away from North Melbourne's goal. They're doing all the attacking in the first 6.5 minutes of this grand final. They lead 1-2. Adelaide yet to score and haven't been inside 50. From the throw-in, Wren knocks it up towards 50, but straight to Roberts of North Melbourne, goes short in towards half forward to Harvey. Lost it though, but teammate Pike kicks to the edge of the goal square. But Kernan running with the float of the ball, courageous, might have hurt himself. The ball at centre half forward, but picked up by Harvey. Hand pass to Scholl. Scholl has a pot shot for goal. I think he might have missed it. We've got to be careful at that end. Yes, he has. He has missed it. A behind to Craig Scholl. Adelaide under pressure. North Melbourne 1-3-9. Adelaide yet to score, Mike Noonan.
Yes, Adelaide just can't seem to generate anything from the throwdowns. They can't generate any smooth play to get it over the forward or over the centre line, and as a consequence, North Melbourne constantly into attack.
North conceding a short kick by Jarman to Caven, back pocket. Caven short to Johnson of the Crows. Johnson short again to Costa, but they've worked the ball to the defensive 50-metre arc, southern stand side. Punt Road in at half-back flank. Costa takes his time, but they're bottling it up on the wing now, and that's where the kick is headed. It's over the head of the big man. Archer up high, couldn't bring the mark down. The ball comes back to Archer though, gives to Bell. Bell the 1-2 back to Archer. Short pass is good to Robert Scott, who's got a couple of yards on McLeod. Short pass Robert Scott to the centre. He found Stevens, might have been meant for Roberts. Stevens, long kick. Scholl is on the lead, almost a chest mark, couldn't bring it in. Now he tries to tackle and wrap the ball up, and he is successful at it. And the ball will be bounced 40 metres out from North Melbourne's goal.
It's one of the things you can't count as a stat, but Bickley pushing himself back into the play to contest the mark on Scholl was, he nearly got himself hurt, but it was a great effort because it would have been an easy mark.
40 to 45 out from North's goal. Wren, a perfect knockdown to Hart. He kicks outside defensive 50, but Abraham gets back there in time and takes the mark on his chest. 4 possessions for Winston. He kicks to the top of the square again. Pike's getting back there. Couldn't bring the mark down. Got a hand on it. The ball through Wren's legs. Good tackle, Scholl. Kick off the ground. Grant couldn't quite find the goals. Caven is there. Knocks it to his own advantage, but has it knocked away. Half the crumbs. Short pass to Wellen. The Crows out of trouble.
He marks on half-back. Goes inboard. Up towards the wing position. Up goes Scott. Can't mark. Picked up by McLeod. Spins out of trouble for the Crows. They go inside 50 for the first time. Up towards half forward. Almost a mark, but not quite to the Crows. In Rashudo, the ball punched out of 50. The ball comes out towards Scott from a stand start. Spirals a torpedo up towards the middle of the MCG. Roberts can't mark. Gets a sideways hand pass to Blakey. Rides Jarman's bump beautifully. Gets it across to King. King kicks in towards centre half forward. Oh, smart clean bowl. Pike an open goal. Oh, no, he can't kick it. He might have been smothered late. And it's out of play, right forward pocket.
Nerves, smooth, nerves. Yes, but enormous.
It wasn't smothered, it was just a missed kick, wasn't it?
But enormous amount of pressure applied by Adelaide at this stage, even though North Melbourne are doing all the attacking.
9.5 minutes in, North Melbourne 1-3. Adelaide yet to score. Boundary throw in. Right forward pocket for North Melbourne. Up goes Wren. Knocks it but straight down towards Stevens. He nudges the ball out towards the boundary. Good work there from Goodwin to take the ball outside 50 and beyond. A boundary throw in 60 metres away from North Melbourne's attacking area.
Crackers, you're a ruckman. McKernan playing loose behind Clay for most of the time. But
yep, and then goes forward, but it allows Roberts to get on to Big Wren.
And McKernan back into the ruck for this knockdown against Wren. Knocks it inside 50. Wayne Carey's there. He shrugs a tackle, runs around, spears the ball, but it's smothered. Good smother too. Ball ricochets to Wren. Wren to Caven by hand. Caven, who was free, got away from Carey. Short pass outer side. Edwards takes the mark. The Crows about to go into attack, although the kick a little short. Drops to half forward. Rodman couldn't mark it. Martin's big punch down. Chance for Vardy. First touch for him. Kicks toward attacking 50. The ball ricochets inside the Rashudo. Handballs inside. There a chance here. A chance for Tyson. Kicks toward the forward pocket. Out on the full. Nerves from players of both teams. 11 minutes in. North 1-3-9. Crows still yet to score.
Yeah, there's very much. There's a couple of good opportunities. The bit of play by Caven, the smother and the kick was a beautiful composure.
Free kick to McCartney. Kicks well outside 50 near the players' race. Good mark taken by McKernan. Outside defensive 50 for North Melbourne. Leans back, sees a player on the wing, Anthony Stevens. Outmarked by Jarman, but Stevens had a couple to beat. Gets a hand pass to a teammate. Goodwin goes square towards centre half forward. Pickett the punch down. Off the pack, a chance for Edwards. Poor hand pass under pressure, picked up by Martin. Gets a hand pass to Bell. He slungs, he kicks the ball. The ball bounces in towards the middle, taken by Johnson. He squirts a hand pass to Vardy. He in turn to a teammate further down the field. And the mark has been taken 50 metres out from goal by Rashuto. Pass coming from Bickley. Rashudo 55 metres out from goal to the main scoreboard end. It's going to be a good grand final, I can feel it. North dominating in their attacking area for the first 8.5 minutes. They lead 1-3. Adelaide yet to score. Mark Rashudo. A few degrees off dead centre, 55 out. He swings it out to the left and it stays there. Plenty on it though. It's straight between the major and minor upright, 4 behind. And the Crows get their first score in the grand final, 12 minutes in, behind North Melbourne 1-3.
David King long from full back. He's headed in the Mick Martin direction. Martin is up, couldn't bring the mark down. A chance for Tyson, the Crow off hands to McLeod just outside 50. McLeod wobbles the ball to full forward. Fist by Rashudo, knocks the ball through Jarman's legs. Pickett picks it up, gives to King, and Jarman will rue that one. King, although a sloppy kick under pressure by King, will find McCartney fortuitously. McCartney, a wobbling torpedo towards half forward. Grant picks up, big fire handball to Harvey. Harvey to Carey. He's 55 out. He wobbles a trickling ball inside 50. Scholl is there. Hart against him. Hart, Scholl. Hart Hart wins out, picks up, Scholl pushes him off the kick. Great battle, one-on-one. Hart wins out, kicks outside 50, but Winston Abraham, great mark. Took the one-hander, kicks back inside 50. Pike is up. Great mark taken in defence by Bickley. That's body on the line stuff. And Bickley hands off to Ellen at halfback.
Who kicks across the halfback line to Tyson unopposed. He's got a paddock he can play on, doesn't realise it. Now he does. Plays on a long kick up towards half forward. Robran there. Different opposition this week. The mark has been paid to Pittman. Gets a hand pass to Jarman. Jarman delivers down towards James. Gets a bit of a push to the back. James scoops the ball closer to goal. Prosciutto looks for it. Picked up by Robran. Has a shot to goal. Hits the post. Free kick. What's happened, Dwayne?
For a trip, for a leg trip, for a hand trip. So there won't be any 50. I think it was an accidental hand trip. It was a deliberate hand trip. It would be the free kick and 50. If it was a leg trip, it would be free kick, 50 and report.
Prosciutto's got the free kick. Well picked up because I was following Robran's kicking towards goal from 20 out. Hit the post about third way up. Disappointment from the Crows behind that goal. They've got a strong hold down there. And all of a sudden, they see a goal chance with a misdemeanor behind play. And Mark Prosciutto, 35 metres out. Directly in front, main scoreboard end, to really even this game up. He kicks for goal, on its way, and has put it through. Crows get their first 14 minutes in, Mike Noonan. North Melbourne 1-3, Adelaide 1-1.
McKernan, bounce. Up they fly. Pittman one out, but not to a teammate. Costa tried to steal it from Harvey, couldn't break away, and there will be another bounce. Neil.
It's interesting, Adelaide are going one-on-one, which left a huge hole. There was only the two players, Carey and Scholl, inside the 50, and no one on the back line. I don't know whether they'll allow that to keep happening.
Bounce again in the centre. Pittman again wins out, knocks to Bickley. Got a trickling kick towards half forward, but Archer was there. Stole it. Kick back to half forward, and Carey is on the run. The ball bounces badly for him. Perfectly for Caven. Caven slips a handball to Smart. They're capitalising the Crows. Smart to James, to Caven. Long kick to full forward. Down there is Wren. Martin drops back. Drops the mark though. Butters up again with a handball to the boundary. It was deliberate, but not deliberate enough. There will be a boundary throw in Adelaide forward pocket. We've played 16 minutes. AFL Grand Final 1998. And North Melbourne 139 lead Adelaide 117.
Boundary throw in forward pocket, two-fisted by McCartney towards the behind post and knocked over by Robert Scott. Tommy, a quick word from you.
Yeah, this is where Wren is going to be a big problem up there in the forward pocket, rucking against Jason McCartney, the best ruckman in the competition, against a novice.
North by 2 points, boundary throw in again. Both ruckmen miss it. James brings it towards centre half forward. But back on play, there's a free kick picked up by the little kangaroo himself. Little Irish kangaroo, Jack Cameron. Becomes a free hand pass to McCartney. Handball across to Blakey. Runs off the members' wing. Kicks up towards our broadcast position on the wing. Knocked away by Prosciutto. Front of the pack, Stevens goes over. Takes the ball with him. And there'll be a throw in. Swanee?
Well, the interesting one is they've moved Bickley up onto the ball because Stevens went onto him and put when Harvey went onto the ball. So I think they were worried about the defensive work of Bickley.
Boundary throw in, McKernan and also Pittman comes to ground to Anthony Stevens. Kicks the ball, might have been touched off the boot. No, punched away there by Johnson, but straight towards Roberts. Open forward line. Pike down there with Hart. No, it's Scholl and Hart. Hart's got the front position. He's taken the point so far. Fluky ball. Scholl brings himself to the front of the pack. Gets a hand pass to Carey. Claimed by Caven. And taken to ground. It almost should have been a free kick to Carey because Caven applied a good tackle, but he kept on hanging on and Carey couldn't get up to follow the ball out towards the boundary. So the umpires just leaving the whistle alone in this early stage. 17 minutes in, North Melbourne 1-3, Adelaide 1. Boundary throw in, 40 out for North Melbourne's goal. Punched by Pittman outside 50, taken out there by Grant, gives it across to a teammate in Bell, kicks in towards Pike, the ball comes to ground. Hand pass out of the pack goes to Johnson. He in turn swivels as he hand passes to Costa, and he just ducked out of trouble in time. But in that exchange, Adelaide Crows just working the ball further away from North Melbourne's attacking area. Half forward flank, about 75 out from North Melbourne's goal.
Yeah, I think Michael was right about Bell. He's trying to get free, but Costa's chasing him everywhere and putting a lot of pressure on him.
The ruck contest, Pittman and Roberts. Pittman won it, but straight down to Harvey. Got it to Bell, caught high, free kick surely. And it'll come back. No, it was downfield. I thought it was as he kicked it myself, so I thought it would come back, but the umpire is closer than I. Free kick to Abraham. Spears the ball to Simpson. He'll run inside 50. Kicks from 49. Drop. Punt. Goal. That's what you call capitalising on a quick take of a free kick. Good work, Simpson. I'll let Crackers tell you more about it. North Melbourne 2-3-15. Adelaide 1-1-7.
Willingly favours Pittman. It's knocked forward up towards half forward. Or chance for Tyson. Overran the ball. There's going to be a free kick to North Melbourne for pushing it back between centre and centre half back. And it'll be taken by Peter Bell. Bell. Straight up the middle of the MCG. Looking for the high flyers. McKernan beats him off the pack, taken by Grant. He's grabbed. Kick doesn't travel far inside 50. Taken by Smart. He's tackled. Pursues the ball out towards the boundary. North bring it back in towards the forward pocket. But it's out of play. Not on the full. A boundary throw in right forward pocket at the Punt Road goal.
The ground bathed in sunshine. Perfect day for AFL football. And a big crowd in here. Barely a spare seat in the house at the MCG. And it's been a good game so far. Ball back into play. Carey takes the ball out of the ruck, virtually wrenched it from anyone else's reach, spun around, kicks to the top of the square, a high ball, Roberts is under it, and he marks it on his chest. Bickley was caught behind the huge frame. He was behind not only the fridge, but behind the fridge door as well, and he couldn't get there in time to steal away that piece of leather. 5 possessions, Wayne Carey and Mark Roberts. It must be warm out there. Roberts is in short sleeves today. Roberts will line up from, the kick will come from about 20 to 25 metres out, but he is only about 6 or 7 metres in from the boundary, so a tough angle, but Roberts has kicked hundreds of these. The drop punt, well, we'll wait on it. The North Melbourne fans don't like it. They do. It's a goal. I think they were waiting as well. We're into time on first term, and that's a handy break. North Melbourne 3-3-21. Adelaide 1-1-7. 14 points the lead. Justin
back in Jack's hands to take the stats after that goal. 21 minutes in, first term in the grand final. Centre bounce. Pittman flicks the ball up towards half forward, but Abraham is there. Little chip pass to Roberts is good. Attacking side of the middle, takes it, then kicks in towards the forward pocket to Scholl. Hart comes out, drops the mark. Scholl picks up the spillage, then goes short, but his kick has been marked by Smart on the half back. It was meant for someone further down the field. It was a very short kick. Smart's kick has been marked by King of North Melbourne, about 75 metres out from goal. Coming in, it's a missed kick by King. It goes straight to Goodwin. He'll clear the ball. A left foot kick. It's a high ball in towards Robin. Slides behind him. Pickett is there on 50. He's defending. McLeod proves good opposition. McLeod's hand pass across to Edwards. Runs to about 55. Down towards Wren in the goal square. Knocked away by McCartney. Good defensive work. Behind to the Adelaide Crows. They're 1-2-8, North Melbourne 3-3-21, Peter Knights.
Yes, well, Edwards has now gone on to Abraham. Abraham was on Vardy to begin with, but really had the better of Vardy. Vardy's now gone off him, and Edwards is onto him, but at least he got free then, Edwards, and gave them a chance.
Archer from fullback. Out of sight, half-back flank, McKernan up. Couldn't bring the mark down. Off hands, a chance for, but not breaking free. The Crows tried to break away with it, but they couldn't, and there will be a bounce on attacking 50 for Adelaide. It was Tyson who had the ball and tried to break away. The bounce. They fly. Pickett was up high. Knocks the ball down only as far as McLeod. Wheels around onto the left foot. Short pass, and Pickett dives back. Didn't bring the mark down though. Vardy stole it. Handball over the top. Here's Costa. 35 out. Centering ball. Blakey, last line of defence. John Blakey takes the mark. He's shut Jarman down so far, although Jarman has had a couple of touches, but that was a valuable mark. John Blakey, fullback, kicks to the outer side, half-back flank. Roberts will jump. Big fist away from him by Ellen. Tyson just inside the boundary, keeps it in, runs inside 50, kicks a goal, and threads it. That's goal of the day so far. No.
Take it back, it's out of bounds.
So that's how tough a kick it was. He was out of bounds when he kicked it. 23 minutes in first term. Adelaide stay on 1-8. North 3-3-21. David Mackay.
I think it was out of bounds before he got it. So, but it was a good kick by Tyson, but bad luck for the Crows.
North 21. Adelaide 8, and pass to McLeod, 60 metres out, kicks in towards half forward. James lurches, but the ball slides behind out towards the cricketer's gate, where it's picked up by Jarman. He loves these. He's put it through. Great goal by Jarman, the left foot snap. Darren Jarman, you are mercurial. That was a terrific goal, but they're the ones he gets. Adelaide 2-2-14, North Melbourne 3-3-21.
Let's not get to Jarman yet. Everything that's happened for Adelaide nearly has been because of McLeod. He's just done something special. He found some space and got a hold of the footy there. He's done it on several occasions, but Jarman just hit that little hidden accelerator he's got and just found another half a yard again, and the left foot curled back around the post. Just a magnificent piece of play.
7 points. We're close to quarter time. A few minutes to go till the first break. Up in the ruck, Pittman from the bounce knocks down. Ellen tried to knock Bell out. Didn't succeed. Bell knocks the ball to Roberts. He kicks to full forward for North Melbourne. No one home in Dennis's paddock. And it's out of play, forward pocket. Punt road end with Carey chasing it. 25 minutes tick by on the clock. First term, Adelaide 2-2-14.
Kings off.
North 3-3-21.
And Pike's gone on to Tyson. I don't know whether it's just in the short term. Maybe it is.
Ball back into play. North forward pocket. Pittman takes the ball out of the ruck. He's caught. But there will be a bounce. Didn't have prior opportunity according to umpire Andrew Coates. And the bounce will occur 35 metres directly out from North Melbourne's goal.
Freeborn replacing King for North Melbourne has gone to a half-forward flank or thereabouts. North 3-3, Adelaide 2-2. There'll be a ball up about 30 out from North Melbourne's goal. The field umpire having a word to players there. Now, Roberts and Pittman in ruck. Pittman takes the ball out of the air, but gives a hand pass straight to Harvey. Hand pass across to Simpson. He brings it back inboard to the edge of the goal square. Up goes Smart. Can't take the mark. In fact, he's getting a free kick, I think, for over the shoulder. Nigel Smart almost at fullback. Will kick out wide looking for Shane Allen. He's given him the run of the ball. Can he get there in time? No, the boundary looms in front of the Great Southern Stand. Half back flank for the Adelaide Crows and a throw in. North Melbourne 3-3. Adelaide 2-2. Crackers, quick word from you.
Anybody's game at the moment. North Melbourne really thought they had a bit of pressure on. Crows fight back.
From the boundary throw in, Roberts brings it down. It wasn't good. Let's see who's going to emerge from the pack. It comes out of the pack, taken by Anthony Stevens. Spears the ball in towards centre half forward. McKernan being held. The umpire side on, didn't see it. Ball mid-air kick by Carey for the throw. The ball in flight, in transit. Wayne Carey didn't try and pick it up. He threw his boot out. Neil Baum loves those. And Wayne Carey has kicked a miraculous goal. The ball,
he pointed down to Jarman and laughed at him.
The ball in flight. North Melbourne 4-3-27. Adelaide 2-2-14. Tommy Hapey.
Yes, that's just all classes. We know Nigel Smart is picking up Carey right now, and it looked like Nigel was going to be a little bit quicker. But that was just smart play. It's a wonder there hasn't been more players kick the ball off the ground because they've had chances. But
bounce into centre. Up they fly again. McKernan against Pittman. Neither decisively win it to one of their teammates. Freeborn kicks off the ground. And it's out towards the wing. I thought there was going to be a free kick blown, but no. Play on as Stevens gathers on the wing. Short passes backwards over Pike's head. Pike forced to run backwards. Just defensive side of the Southern Stand wing. Now Pike kicks back to half forward. Johnson is there against Grant. Johnson, a three-grab mark. Kane Johnson, outer side, half-back flank. Chips the ball over the top. Nice little chip too. It's been marked on the outer side by
Edwards.
It is Edwards all the way down. He was in the forward pocket earlier. Edwards short to Bickley. Still at half-back. Bickley runs. Hasn't really got an individual on his own, so forced to kick to a one-on-one contest. Hart against Scholl. Hart wins out again, though. Does well. Handballs off to Ellen. He's away on the wing. Wobbles the ball to half-forward. McLeod there. Over his head, and Robert Scott's to Goodwin. Goodwin picks up. Handballs inside 50. James from 30 out. Kicks. A goal. 28 minutes played. Everything North do. Adelaide have got one as well. 3-2-20. The Crows. North Melbourne 4-3-27.
B27 3-2-20. Now McKernan's been going early at the centre bounces. No, that's better timed, although Pittman did get a second grab at it. Picked up by Harvey, kicks into the packet, rebounds towards North Melbourne's half-forward flank. Pickett comes out, hip and shoulder there on Jarman. Up goes McLeod, gets a hand pass to Costa, but gets a bad bounce. Ball taken by Harvey up towards half-forward, over the top of Carey. It slides behind to McKernan. He's got an open goal. No! Kicks off the side of the boot, and it might be out on the full. No, it's a behind. He had a break on the field. Whether someone just got him late to deflect the kick, I don't know. But McKernan, you would have laid the money from 30 metres out with a 3 or 4 metre break on the field.
He doesn't move
the replay going up, although the replay of the hip and shoulder by Pickett and Jarman was a beauty. North Melbourne 4-4-28. Adelaide
Forced the behind to Jarman. Jarman to the wing towards Pittman. Very strong hands. Although the umpire's going to bounce it. Roberts is claiming the mark.
That's terrible. The umpire was there. He should have seen that was a clear mark to Pittman.
Roberts in the end just raked it away from Pittman's hands, and the ball is bounced on the wing, and Roberts wins out. Gets caught, can't get a kick away. Good tackle, Ellen. Ball spills to Blakey, backwards to Harvey. Siren. Quarter time in the AFL Grand Final of 1998. The first term travelled 30 minutes and 14 seconds, and at quarter time, North Melbourne by 8 points. 4 goals for 28. Adelaide 3 goals to 20. There's a one-on-one battle there. Harvey grabbed when not in possession, but Caven runs it through for a behind. Gee, it would have been...
You umpiring too?
Well, it would have been a tragedy if a goal had been scored from... Now, the North Melbourne lead, 4-5-29. Adelaide 3 goals to 20. And Hart kicks out from fullback to Tyson. Takes the mark, back pocket. What a day here. Big crowd, sunny day. Ali earlier, Tyson now. Kicks from the back pocket to half-back flank. Ellen flies, can't bring the mark down. Goodwin almost off hands. Blakey knocked it away from him. Picking up Edwards. Could have been caught high. Umpire said play on. Handball finds Smart. Kick around the body, finds its way towards the wing. Wren is up. Good knock down by Bell. Committed the body, but Wren first to recover. Kicks toward half-forward. Robin had about 6 marks to this time last week. None now. Picked up by James. Handballs in the Robin direction. Can't find him. Costa on the end of it. Gives to Edwards. Edwards can kick, but it's smothered by Byron Pickett. That's what won him the Rising Star Award. Ball ricochets to Roberts. Roberts to Grant. North into attack. Pike's on his own and marks 45 metres out. A 45-degree angle. Gee, they worked the ball well, Barney.
Oh, they don't give up. There were 3 or 4 chances for Adelaide to be going for, but they just kept at him, which is what we thought they would do. Put that much pressure on, and a wonderful smother from Pickett. I know they're only the minor things in footy in terms of the big skills, but all of a sudden Pike is shooting for goal because Pickett decided that he didn't want the ball to get past his area.
Big kick this. 45-degree angle, 49 metres out, drop punt. They like it. They like it. They love it. Martin Pike's first goal. North Melbourne at the 2-minute mark of the second term. 5-5-35. Adelaide 3-2-20.
Second term AFL Grand Final around Australia. Centre bounce. McKernan up early again. Wren brought it down. Jarman tries to crash the pack. There's going to be a free kick. A bit of infighting going on. I didn't spot it. Goes to Bell. It becomes a free hand pass, Jack, to Blakey. Blakey fading, kicking towards half-forward, but it's all right. It's been marked by Harvey about 55, 60 metres out from goal. Pike calling for it back in the goal square. He's going to try and bomb it in. Harvey sits it up. It's going to land a few metres out from goal. Carey up, can't mark. Disposed of Caven. Pike knocks the ball back in the play towards Carey. Still got a chance. Tackled by Caven. And there'll be a ball up 25 metres out from North Melbourne's goal. North 5-5-35. Adelaide 3-2-20. Tommy?
He should have taken that mark.
Yes.
The King, very easy mark. He'd pushed the player out the way and he was only 15 metres. A goal gone.
Umpire Goldsmith bounces the ball 25 out from North Melbourne's goal at the main scoreboard end. Bright sunshine still. Up goes Wren, knocks it down. Went straight through Ellen. The ball comes out of the pack from Jarman. Meant for Goodwin, and it's close to the boundary. And is it over? No, it's not. The field umpire will bounce the ball close to the boundary, only about 20 metres away from the behind post, maybe a little less. North Melbourne 35, Adelaide 20 in the grand final of 98. Now, umpire Goldsmith bounces the ball. Wren and Roberts. Wren two-fists the ball up towards 50, and they can't break clear, North Melbourne, and there'll be a ball up a little further in from the boundary, and just making the angle for a snap for North Melbourne that little bit better.
So North as they did in the first term. Most of the attacking so far in this second. The bounce, Wren dumps the ball towards the boundary, but Harvey cuts it off. Handball's in towards King. He keeps it in well. Handball's wildly. No, it wasn't wildly. It was straight to McKernan. McKernan's kick's wild inside 50. It didn't find the target. It found Wren, his man. He was playing loose behind McKernan and kicked it to his man, who gave to Jarman. Jarman into the centre of the ground. Rodburn against Martin. Neither get it. Robert Scott does. Rose beautifully gives to Byron Pickett. Kicks back inside 50. Wren is up. Had hands on it. Didn't bring the mark down. Wayne Carey the crumb. He mops up. Kick around the body. Nigel Smart can't half volley it, but stops it from being a goal. Picking it up. Grant though. Snap it. Goal. Check side kick offline from the boundary. Well, if it was a goal, you'd take great work, but maybe not the best of options. 5 minutes second term. North 5-6-36. Adelaide 3-2-20.
To be fair, he had a good look and there was nothing on, so his only option was to go for goal.
Now Jarman kicks to himself, gains a few metres, kicks out towards the half-back flank, refines Hart. Outside 50, he's defending. North Melbourne 5-6, Adelaide 3-2. All North Melbourne in the first 5 minutes of the second term. Kicked by Hart, marked by Stevens of North Melbourne, wide of centre. Sets it up. He's got McKernan, but Wren is there. In fact, Wren's got about 3 to beat. Allen punches the ball away. In goes Abraham, and through the pack goes Bell. He's caught for the ball. And will be free kick for holding the ball. And the tackler is Shane Allen. Costa's off at centre half-back for Adelaide, who trail 5-6 to 3-2. Allen sees Tyson out wide. King is there. King got the front position, brings Tyson down. They both go to ground. James is there. The ball nudged out of the pack by King. The wrong way. Which way will it go? A chance for McLeod. Here's the man, the miracle man. Kicks it towards Pittman. Was he pushed in the back? No. Yes, he was. And Pittman will take a free kick for Adelaide directly in front, 35 metres out from goal. And Jason McCartney saying, no, I sort of hipped him out. In fact, he did pretty well, McCartney, to actually sail over the top of Pittman. So Pittman, after having a look at the replay, may be a little lucky to get that free kick.
He's not renowned for this goal-kicking, but we see again, guess who made the play? McLeod is just exhilarating there, isn't he? Makes space.
Now, Pittman will kick from about 30 out directly in front, punt road end, on its way. And it looks to be good. I'll wait on it, though. It's a tricky angle out there. He's put it through for the Crows. They get their fourth. Adelaide 4-2-26. North Melbourne 5-6-36.
Option in Pittman.
Bounce in the centre, perfectly vertical. North's lead back to 10 points. Blakey edged out by Jarman. No free kick, even though there was a slight push in the back. There will be another bounce from umpire Goldspink, who called for the ball after a pack formed around it. John Blakey hands the ball back to umpire Goldspink. A pack of about 12 to 15 around the ball, so plenty of players around it. McKernan and Wren. McKernan wins, but straight down to McLeod again. Can he create another goal? He kicks a wobbling high ball towards half forward. It bounces towards Martin, who leads Connell and Robert in the race for it. Martin around the body, finds Bell, handballs to the boundary deliberately, and umpire Goldspink, who was about 30 metres away, says it's okay, throw it in. Southern stand side wing. Adelaide 4-2-26. North Melbourne 5-6-36, who played 8 minutes second term.
They would have paid that, no hesitation, deliberate a few weeks ago. Off the pack, a chance for Bickley. Kicks in towards Smart, attacking side of the centre. Oh, King does well, couldn't mark, but controls the ball. Despillies picks up on half-back for North Melbourne, then kicks wide of the centre, where the mark is taken by Roberts of North. He plays on quickly, looking for Carey. Caven is there. Carey! Oh, almost pulled in a one-hander, but it might be okay. Off the pack, Robert Scott, 40 metres out, kicks the ball on the bounce to Scholl. Bad bounce also for Carey. No, Carey picks it up, has a snapshot for goal, but he was off balance. And through for a behind for North. They're 5-7-37. Adelaide 4-2-26. One Mackay.
Yeah, good effort there by Carey to win it, but unfortunately he wasn't able to snap truly in the end. But he's certainly a very potent force down there, and they've got to keep good tab on him.
37 plays 26, 11 points. North Melbourne's lead. Jarman kicks out from fullback. A long high ball. Carey is lurking. Up goes Wren. Wren got hands to it. Didn't mark it. Knocked it down to James' advantage. He knocks it up to McLeod. Gets his way around Stevens easily. Kicks to half forward. Byron Pickett. A big punch away from Vardy. Ball falls to Archer. Kicks to the centre of the ground. Roberts is free. He runs on the wing. He slipped for a second, but now kicks inside 50. Lurking back at the pack. McKernan. Can he get there in time? He can't. Gee, looked to have it but couldn't gobble it up. 10 minutes, second term, Adelaide 4-2, 26, North Melbourne 5-8, 38. So an even 2-goal lead to North Melbourne. David Mackay.
Well, interesting to see what's happening with McLeod. He's now in the centre on
free kick. Kick in by Jarman. There's going to be a free kick to Peter Bell against Bickley or someone.
Yeah, Bickley was. I tell you who's lame, Peter, is Barty. Barty is very, very lame and can't chase Byron Pickett.
Now, Peter Bell's got a free kick for North directly in front, 45 metres out. Main scoreboard end of the MCG. They lead by 12 points, the Kangaroos. Now Bell, kick on its way. It looks to be... Oh, hits the post. On the outside of the post, behind. North, inaccurate, 5-9-39. Adelaide 4-2-26, Peter Knights.
Well, yes, North are controlling it at the moment. Anthony Stevens has had to go on to McLeod.
Short pass out from fullback finds Johnson. Short pass came from Hart, so they're mixing up their designated kickers, Adelaide. Hart's short pass is okay to Caven. And he has a look around at his options. 11 minutes played, 39-26. North in front. Caven switches play to the outer side, half-back flank. Blinded by the son, Edwards. And picking it up was Harvey. Handballs inside 50, but knocking it back out Bickley, but straight back to Harvey. Harvey of North Melbourne to full forward. Down there, Caven against Pike. Ball knocked toward the pocket, and it's rushed through for a behind, or trickled its way through before Bell could get there. And 11 minutes in, second term. North at another point.
Elvis dropped the mark he should have taken. McLeod breaks off half-back. Dodges, weaves. A bit of magic. Beautiful sleight of hand pass to Wren, who kicks inside 50. Prosciutto almost a mark. Couldn't bring it down. Oh, Archer taken high at centre half-back will take a free kick for North Melbourne, who have 15 scoring shots to 6. Kick by Archer across the half-back line. Mark taken by Anthony Stevens. He's got that southern wing by himself. 2 bounces make it 3. Carey leading down the field. He has 3 bounces. Centering kick, but let's see. Johnson is there. The ball comes off the pack to Connell. Gets a hand pass across to Hart. Hart outside 50. On the bounce in towards the centre square. King goes in. Meets Smart. Collision. The ball picked up by Harvey. Goes short in towards Scholl. He in turn to Blakey. Blakey 20 metres out for North. Misses out to the left. And he's put it through for another Kangaroo behind at the MCG. They have dominated for at least 11 minutes of this 12.5 minutes of the second term, but just can't quite nail it. 5-11-41, North Melbourne, Adelaide 4-2-26.
Adelaide with a good number of their players, especially their forwards, down. So if they can pick up a bit of form, they could go bang, bang and be back in this game. Jarman, a long 60-metre drop punt from fullback. Wren, great mark against Carey. Had the height advantage. Both had a good leap at it. But Wren now plays on, tries arrogantly to get around Carey. He does so. The ball is a bad kick towards Robin. Pickett cuts it off and marks again. And he's been pretty good this afternoon, Byron Pickett. He has Archer free, one half-back flank, ignores him, and wants to go straight down the centre of the ground. Long kick, inside 50. Blakey, and against him, Jarman. Edge Blakey out. Kick smothered, though, by Harvey. Good play by the little boy. Kicks inside 50 towards full forward and diving, either a mark or out of bounds on the full. It's a mark to Hart in the back pocket. He has been. 13.5 minutes travelled. Second term, 41 plays 26. North Melbourne in front by 15 points.
Kick by Hart outside 50. It slides behind the pack. Bell is there. Edwards also. Bell gets it out. The straight towards Johnson. Johnson gets it across to Bickley by hand. He runs off half back. The skipper has a couple of bounces, has 3 bounces. Now delivers inside 50. Who's there? They're being beaten across the half-forward line. Simpson there knocks the ball away from Prosciutto, and it's out of play in front of the ghost of 13. About 55 out from Adelaide's goal. 16 scoring shots to 6. Lord Pittman and McCartney in ruck. Pittman brings it behind. Who's there? He brings it to himself, in fact. He's tackled by McCartney. Breaks clear as the whistle goes from the umpire of the year, Andrew Coates. A ball up just inside 50 for Adelaide, half-forward flank. Now the ball knocked away by Simpson outside 50. Anthony Stevens, Vardy is there. Stevens does well. Quick hands towards Simpson, but he runs out of territory. 60 out from Adelaide's goal. A boundary throw in.
Ball back into play. Half-forward flank for Adelaide. Ball knocked down by Pittman straight to Archer. Kicks toward the wing. Gathering McKernan. Handballs to Abraham. Still on the wing, but his kick towards half-forward and cutting it off beautifully. Caven. He outread Carey there. And Peter Caven from halfback. We'll have a look at his options. Johnson makes room, but the short pass to the centre of the ground to Connell, who's been getting a bit of the ball since coming on. Started on the bench. Connell from half-back to half-forward. They need a mark from someone. Off hands, picked up by Robin. Didn't mark it, didn't get a possession. Good tackle, Martin. He's been like a coat of paint on Robin all afternoon. And there will be a bounce at centre half-forward for Adelaide. He's played well, hasn't he, McMartin?
Oh, he's been and had enormous influence on this because Robin cannot get near it.
North by 15 points, yes. Welcome to the real world, Robin. Off the pack, Risciuto through the pack, can't get his kick in. Had an option, then lost it. In goes Pike, the ball on 50 for North Melbourne. Picked up by Martin, kicks it across the half-back line. Edwards out there with Grant, and there'll be a throw-in. 65 out from Adelaide's goal.
What a superb tackle there by Pickett again. That was a certain shot up forward to goal, and a brilliant tackle on Risciuto by Pickett.
North Melbourne 5-11. Adelaide 4-2. Grandstand, grand final football. Pittman brings it to the side. Taken by Edwards. He's claimed by Shannon Grant. And also Pickett waiting to apply a tackle if needed, but it wasn't needed. A ball up on 50 for Adelaide, who desperately need a goal. North by 15 points midway through this second term. From the ball up, Pickett tries to break away from the ball up. He's tackled by Vardy. He succeeds in taking the ball some 5 metres further down the field. A ball up about 55 this time. Ball up, let's see who can break it. The ball punched away by McKernan out towards the boundary. It beats McLeod, and again a throw-in. Might get a breakaway from this boundary throw-in between wing and half-forward for the Adelaide Crows.
Play Pittman against McKernan. McKernan got the hand on it, thump further towards the wing, where picking it up is Archer. Gathers, drop punt, travels about 20 metres in the Carey direction. Good punch away, Caven. In fact, it may have come off his boot. No. Carey appealed for something to the umpire, but whatever it was, he didn't get it. And the ball out of play on the southern stand side. 26 plays 41, still 15 points to North lead. Pittman takes the ball out of the ruck. He's caught, and there will be a bounce. And it's very much a stalemate arm wrestle style at the moment, David Mackay.
Without doubt, and I think really both sides are trying to get the ascendancy, but they can't get any clear system in their play to get the ball free to kick it to their forwards.
Edwards going on Ellison up at Ellison at full forward, lurking in the full forward position at the moment, and the man on Ellison is coming out. But anyway, there's a free kick to the Adelaide Crows. And there's some Bronx cheers. Is there 50? No, there's not. Free kick will go to David Pittman on the half-back flank. North Melbourne 5-11. Adelaide 4-2. Kick by Pittman. It wobbles up towards half-forward. Up goes Carey there. Punches the ball to the front of the pack. A chance for McLeod. Gets a hand pass. It was misdirected. In goes Goodwin. It's still in the centre square. Punched away by North up towards the middle. Scholl went without it. Archer didn't. Gets a good hand pass to Abraham. Open goal. He'll bomb it in. Abraham has a shot for North Melbourne, but it's offline, and he's put it through for a behind. A golden opportunity missed by the Shinboners, Jack, the Kangaroos. North Melbourne 5-12, Adelaide 4 goals, 2.
By 16 points. The kick out from full-back is a long one. It's a high one, and big pack forms. Great mark by Smart. He was in the middle of a pack of 4. McKernan, Archer and Pike all went up as well, and all 3 of them getting to their feet rather gingerly. They hurt each other.
You're not bad marking one out of a 6-pack, Dwayne.
Well, Smart there. It's very smart. Kicks towards half-forward. A high ball again. Robin is up. Ellen there. Carey in defence. Knocks it down towards Johnson, who knocks it straight to Bell. Oh. Bell's handball too slick for Abraham. He's slick enough to get back and get it. Handballs across half-back to David King. Threads a handball through traffic to Archer. Gets a kick from half-back, inside attacking 50. Smart up again. Didn't bring the mark down this time. Hart with the crumbs. Handballs to Caven. Caven to the boundary. Edwards races in. Well, he didn't get there in time. He gave up the race and allowed the ball to trickle out. 50-42.
Scholl coming off and Capiano on for North Melbourne, close to half-time from the throw in front of the members. There's going to be a free kick, yes, for a tackle in close going to Bickley of the Adelaide Crows. He'll come around the member side, although he's shaping the kick up towards the spine of the ground, which he virtually does. Comes around the member side. Up they go. Robin couldn't mark. Picked up by Martin. Tumbles the ball back in towards half-forward. Almost a chance there for Allison. Couldn't mark. Allison at ground level gets the hand pass away to a teammate, Harvey. By hand to Archer. Archer kicks almost to the edge of the square. Pike is there. Carey! Open goal. Hits the post. North Melbourne 5-13. They should be miles in front.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough. An easy goal missed. I thought he layerised a bit. He could have straightened up a lot better there, and I think that he would have known the situation. There was only 3 players, and he'd actually outfoxed them to some extent. He's missed a lot and letting his side down right now.
Kick out from fullback, dangerous, off Connell's hand and out of play. So Eccles replaces Vardy. Vardy coming into this game with a sore heel and hasn't put a foot right all day so far. Ball back into play. Pittman against Capuano in the ruck now. Pittman knocks the ball down. Almost gets it to Goodwin. Did get it to Goodwin. Gave to Ellen. Gave to Connell. Caught. Ball to Carey. Good smother. Goodwin ricochets towards Allison. Caught. We're not in possession. Ball to Bell. Bell at goal, and he puts it through. The ball would have been brought back anyway, I think, for a free kick. But put the goal down to Peter Bell at the 21.5-minute mark of the second term. North Melbourne 6-13-49. Adelaide 4-2-26 Crackers.
Umpire Coates, a vital stage in this match, just a few minutes before half-time. Neither ruckman get it. Comes down towards Johnson. He's tackled by Simpson. He needs some teammates for the spillage. There's no one around him. There's no one there. And there'll be a ball up. He kept it in for as long as he could without being penalised. A ball up just near the centre circle again.
Why wasn't he penalised, incidentally?
19 scoring shots to 6. Don't know, Tom. North Melbourne 6-13. If I do find out, I'll give you a ring one night. 4-2 from the ball up taken by Simpson of North Melbourne. Kicks inside 50. Good use of the body by Carey. McKernan knocks it down to Carey, who tries to get a hand pass to Allison. Edwards is there, used his body well. In goes Smart, front on, tackle on Smart. He must get a free kick in the back pocket for the Adelaide Crows.
He looks hurt. He's down.
Mike Noonan, what do you make?
And North Melbourne all the way at the moment.
Nigel Smart kicks out of bounds on the full, so he must have been hurt. Shouldn't have taken his kick. Free kick, North Melbourne to Byron Pickett. So a bad error in judgment there from Nigel Smart, I think. You should know if you're well enough to take the kick, and if he was well enough, it was simply a bad option to kick out on the full. So Byron Pickett to pump North Melbourne back inside 50 for the umpteenth time. High ball, Carey up, virtually bounced off his nose, back to Smart, edged out by Pike. Carey, forward pocket, centering ball. Ellen takes the mark. Last line of defence for the Crows.
Smart's in real trouble, Dwayne.
Handball to Bickley, short pass to Johnson. Well, they should get him off.
He got a hip and shoulder from Pike, but he's gone down as if he got one on the chin, and he didn't.
Short pass to Hart. Hart from the wing. Kicks to half forward. The Crows need Stevens up. He does go up, but he doesn't bring the mark down. Off hands. Picked up by Stevens of North Melbourne. He gave to Blakey, close to the boundary. Picking it up, McCartney. Kept it in. Gave back to Blakey. Sidesteps through traffic at halfback. They're being arrogant now, North Melbourne. Kicks to the wing. Up goes Johnson with the fist. Knocks the ball down to Hart for the Crows. Hart back towards centre half forward. The ball is rebounded out of there 3, 4, 5 times in the last 10 minutes. Quick fire handball from McLeod though. McLeod to Jarman across the face. Well, if anyone is going to kick a goal, it's a combination of McLeod and Jarman, and they couldn't kick it. And Smart is off, and Vardy is back on. 25 minutes
got a loose man up forward, North Melbourne. So they've taken the defender off and brought a forward on.
25 down, second term, Adelaide 4-3-27, North 6-13-49.
North Melbourne, he kicks out towards the wing, the ball punched in front of the pack. It comes down towards Johnson. He's got some toe. Kicks back towards goal, but there's no one there at all. And the mark taken by David King in the last line of defence. Leans back, kicks out towards the pocket to Anthony Stevens. Runs up towards 50, he's defending. A left foot kick around the outer side wing to Mickey Martin. Johnson late on the scene. Martin takes the mark. North Melbourne 49-27. Martin's kick doesn't travel too far, really, about 30 metres. Pittman punches the ball away from McKernan. Was it in the back? No. Play on is the call. It comes down towards Vardy. The hand pass Robrin. He's got it on half forward. Maybe his first clean possession all day. Goes short in towards the pocket, and the mark is taken by Vardy. He's a few metres in from the boundary. He'll want to play on. He does to Goodwin, but it goes straight to King. Oh, they're bamboozled. King takes the mark for North Melbourne and clears out towards the members' wing.
The ball towards the wing, and Freeborn and Ellen both get a hand on the ball. Neither take possession. They're jostling for front position. Ellen, a toe poke to the boundary, out of bounds on the full. Got a hand on it, couldn't bring the mark with him. The ball out towards attacking 50 for North. Capuano picks up, kicks around the body, Capuano, and it bounces through for the 14th behind to North Melbourne. 6 goals, 14-50 to Adelaide. 4 goals, 3-27 or second term.
They've kicked 2 goals, 10 this term, Dwayne, and Adelaide has scored 1 goal, 1, such as North's dominance. Kick marked by Tyson from fullback, kicks up towards Rodman, but he's not really in it today. Any stage at all. Off the pack taken by Scott of North Melbourne. Goes short in towards the middle. Hand pass comes from Freeborn to Anthony Stevens. Kicks it towards McKernan. And McKernan's marked 30 metres out directly in front.
That Peckett, he does things to people that you don't like.
He's a great defender.
Yes, he makes it hot down there.
Well, my worst fears as a broadcaster and for a contest and a broadcast is the game might be wide open at half-time. And I'll tell you what, if North can get this and maybe another on half-time, the game is, non-salvageable as far as Adelaide is concerned.
The way they're kicking, this is no certainty, though, because he's missed a couple of easy shots as well. He's likely to kick a goal or...
It's on its way. We'll wait on it. I'm not sure. He's not sure himself. He's missed a behind to McKernan. They have kicked 2 goals, 11 to 1 goal, 1. 13 scoring shots to 2 this term, and they lead 51-27 North, 6-15 to 4-3, keeping Adelaide in the game.
And if Adelaide gets up, that'll be the story. North's inaccuracy early. Long kick out by Hart to McLeod. McLeod by hand gives to Caven. Kick inside 50 over the top. Stevens of the Crows couldn't grab it. Then he grabbed McCartney without the ball. Vardy, handball to Eccles. His kick trickles 13 metres straight to Mick Martin, who takes the ball at fullback and kicks to the outer side half-back flank. Terrible kick by Eccles. Ball picked up by Freeborn. Handballs to Anthony Stevens of North. Kicks further forward to Bell, who has a paddock. Uses it with a bounce. Thought about a second one. Siren beats him, though. And at half-time here at the MCG, North Melbourne in front, but it's not beyond the Adelaide Crows by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a very, very handy break. 6 goals, 15-51 North Melbourne by 24 points at the main break. Adelaide, 4 goals, 3-27. The goal scorers for North Melbourne, Blakey, Pike, Carey, Roberts, Bell and Simpson. And for Adelaide, Jarman, James, Pittman and Rasciuto.
Half-time, and it could be worse. It could be all over, but it's not quite. The margin just 4 goals in the Kangaroos' favour. 24 points, 6-15-51 to Adelaide, 4-3-27 in the earlier games today at the MCG. In the under-18s, Murray Bushrangers 17-18 defeated Geelong Falcons 12-12, and in the reserves, Western Bulldogs, the underdog there, had a good win over Essendon by let me see, 56 points, 20-16-136 to Essendon 12-880. We'll take a short break for ABC News from the grand final, then back with all the panel during the halftime break. In the newsroom, here's Peter Lee.
Thanks, Peter. The Victoria.
Soccer, it's Australian football. North Melbourne at halftime lead by 24 points on that last Saturday in September. 6-15-51 to Adelaide, 4-3-27. Wayne Carey's kicked 1 goal, 3 rushed behind to North. They kicked 2 goals, 11 in the second quarter, and the Crows managed only 1 goal, 1. Well, we've got a cast of thousands in our broadcast box. Let's go anti-seat-wise at half-time to give everyone a go. Firstly, Tommy Hafey, you yelled out when the siren went they should be miles in front.
Well, they should be too, yes. It's ridiculous to kick 2 goals, 11 in a quarter where they absolutely dominated. The ball hardly went down to Adelaide's, forward line, and when it did, Mickey Martin and Byron Pickett, absolutely sensational the way they kept on taking the ball back again. But there were so many opportunities lost where players running into open goals or easy snapshots was just ridiculous. 13 scoring shots to 2 will give you some indication. They're only 4 goals in front. Could have been 10. And I would think that what we've seen from Adelaide in the past, well, they haven't laid down at any stage. Last year in the finals, in every case, they had to come back and they did that. So it'll be interesting to see if they can. They don't look like they're playing well enough at this stage, and they've got an opponent which is very tenacious and very tough at them, tough at the ball, and some of the work that they have done. But they've just got to improve a little bit, have a little bit more confidence. I suppose they've got to move Matthew Robram from centre half forward, take him in some other position, maybe put, I don't know if Nigel Smart may be able to go down on the forward line. He's certainly been a player in the past in the big games, but they've got to rearrange in some way But they've got to win the ball from the centre, because that's one area where the North Melbourne side's been dominating, absolutely dominating, getting the ball away from the centre. And even when Adelaide do happen to gain first possession, they're usually jumped on simply because of the, the tenacity of the North Melbourne players. But wasted opportunity at this particular stage. The game still could be open because it's only a 4-goal break, and we've seen in the past that's not a massive amount to overcome. But I think, well, both coaches will be ripping into their players in some way at half-time.
North by 24 points inside 50. North Melbourne 34-12. Mike Noonan.
Yes, I think you're quite right. The game should be over, and North Melbourne, I think, have squandered probably a 7 or 8 goal lead that they've richly earned because they've been first at the ball, and around most of the throwdowns, throw-ins, and in the general field play, they've just been so much more decisive. They've looked active, vibrant, and they've been clean in their movements, whereas you know, the Adelaide Crows just look a little lethargic at the moment, almost as if some of their petrol tickets have been sold and that there's not much left in the tank. They've been extremely woeful up forward. Their movement out of defence, they've not had the same run that they've generated. Smart normally been a prolific person in terms of taking the ball through the midfield, and a fantastic move by Pagan to put Pike on him, both Pikey having a very good offensive aspect, and also extremely good on his defence, remembering that he's played most of his season in defence. So at the moment, well, it's in front of Malcolm Blight at the moment. I think if you're playing drafts or chess, whatever it might be, Malcolm Blight's the one who's committed to make some moves, because such has been the dominance of the North Melbourne players, and they have to do something special up forward. Whether they take Robrin and put him back in defence or off the ground or whatever, he's still a good player if he's got some space, and I'm sure North Melbourne won't want him to have too much space. So perhaps move Rashudo to centre-half forward and clean it out a little bit and do something different. If Malcolm's going to come up with something special, it's got to be, I think, at half-time.
How are you boys surviving up there on the back row? Tommy and Mike and Peter Knights.
Yes, Smooth. Well, it certainly hasn't been a textbook grand final. If you're looking to send this one overseas to show everyone what a great game we've got over here, you try and hide this one. I think it hasn't been terrific. You can excuse the sorts of skills we've seen here today, maybe for the first quarter as the nerves settle, as players do settle, but in that second quarter, you would usually expect the players to have settled. Really, the nerves, they've overcome those, and they're into their system. But some of the errors that we've seen in general play have been unbelievable. Certainly their inaccuracy in front of goal, capitalising has been right astray, but even in general field kicking, the turnovers, the unforced errors, it's been remarkable. But I suppose on the other hand, if you think about, well, if Adelaide were going to take this game apart, it was always going to be open and free-flowing and pretty to watch. So therefore, you look at it, North Melbourne are in front, and I'm sure that Pagan is more than happy with the game as a spectacle.
It's a hand pass to Eccles. He'll need a bit of space. Handball across to Robrin. Hurried kicking towards the forward pocket. Out comes Jarman. One grab, two. He's being paid it. He's being... No, he's been taken off him. I thought he was going to pay the mark for a moment. As Jarman, he got it on the chest. Was it Jarman? Yes, it was. It bounced out. I wasn't sure from here whether he got it back in again. A ball up on the half-forward flank for Adelaide. The ball knocked down by Marsh in towards the central corridor position. Vardy is there, applies to tackle. A ball up about 35 out from Adelaide's goal in the first minute or so of this third quarter.
So he didn't mark it, but should have, and given the Crows an opportunity to hit back early, but they're still in attack. Marsh up against McCartney. Two men who haven't done a lot of rucking. Pickett on hands and knees, been down there a fair bit. And there will be another bounce. Pickett, Bell, Vardy getting to his feet, or foot as it is, with one of them hurt. And the bounce again, 40 metres out from the Crows' goal. Marsh front position, Pickett wins the knockdown after flying, knocks it down to King, tries to knock it out. McLeod kept it in. King got up and tried to pursue the ball, but cleared. There's a free kick back on play.
Against McLeod, okay. Holding King.
King was grabbed by McLeod when not in possession. So King, back pocket for North, kicks to the wing. McKernan is there, up high, Carey That's the first big one he's taken. Up over McKernan. Wren stayed down in the end. Caven went up. Wayne Carey, good grab on the wing. Short pass to the running Anthony Stevens. Will it sit for him? Eccles pursues. Also there, Caven. Grab when not in possession. Eccles kept it in. Thought about taking it out. Bell dives. Caught high. No free kick. Ball back in to play. It will come after being out of play. 2 minutes played. Third quarter, North Melbourne, 6:15.51. Adelaide, 4-3-27. Still a 24-point lead to North.
A boundary throw in members wing. McKernan had a swipe, missed it, picked up by James of Adelaide. A check side, kicking towards the middle of the MCG. In fact, goes straight through the Channel 7 sign.
Free kick,
free kick back on play. James must have been dealt with, was he, after he kicked the ball?
Pushing it back as he kicked.
So James of Adelaide just behind the centre circle on the centre square line. The drop punt. It's going to land towards Wren at half forward. He's got a break on the field and takes the mark. But he's about a kick and a quarter out from goal. Jarman doubling back, and also Robram down the corridor. Who is it? No, Jarman comes out and takes the mark. He looked as if he was going to short pass straight towards King of North Melbourne. Then I saw Jarman heading towards King, and in retrospect, I would have thought King might have applied a bit more pressure than that.
He should have.
He should have.
Oh, it was a floater. It was a bit hard to read.
And it was just a bit late of it to hit him then.
Now Jarman had a chance a moment ago for the first goal after half-time, and now kicks it. The Crows get the first of the second half in the grand final. The margin, 18 points at the MCG. North Melbourne 6:15.51, Adelaide 5:3.33. The Crows out first after half-time, had a bonding session at centre half forward. Let's see how far that bonding session translates.
Yes,
it's good stuff.
Yeah, they certainly need some shining lights. Jarman's certainly an answer. If he can kick a couple more, we get Robram or Smart to do something, then they're a real chance. But certainly 18 points is not a lot to cover in a quarter.
2 goals now to Jarman. The first was a blinder, and the second, very, very important. First after half-time. Ball back in the centre. Wren to do the ruck work against McKernan. Good bounce, up they fly. Wren won it, down to Bell. Grab not in possession. Umpire said play on. McLeod handles to Roberts though. Roberts from the centre. Wobbles the ball towards attacking 50. James to the Crows. Cuts it off. Gives to Hart. Hart spears the ball to Eccles. Eccles takes the mark at half-back. Nervously gives the ball to Rashudo. Runs to the centre. Kicks to Vardy at half-forward. Takes the mark. He slipped Pickett then. Pickett misread the ball. Vardy has a player free inside 50, but Martin cuts the ball off. Stopped it from going anywhere near Tyson. Dumped it all the way back towards the wing where Goodwin grabs it. Runs back to half forward. Kicks inside 50. No one home. Marsh runs out. The ball beats him out of play. And about 35 metres out from the Adelaide goal, it'll be tossed back into play. But the Crows back in the game. 18 points down. 5 minutes. Third term. 3 goals. You can get it quickly in modern football.
A boundary throw in, 35 out from Adelaide's goal. Up goes Wren, 2 fists to the front of the pack. A chance for McLeod. Good shepherding by Edwards. McLeod will have a shot for goal. Over his shoulder and has missed out to the right. Terrific work off the ball there by Edwards. Behind to Adelaide, they're 5-4. North Melbourne 6:15. Mike Noonan.
Yes, they've generated something where it's come from, I think. Again, centre bounce with Wren, and then Wren pushes forward, and I think he's going to have to do that quite significantly and take a few marks up forward, if especially around that centre half forward position, if Adelaide are going to maintain this sort of momentum.
David King kicks to himself and then spears the ball from fullback to Archer, and he takes the mark on defensive 50. Kicks to the wing. Carey's there. Ball thumped down from him. Goodwin, front and centre. That's the spot to be. Spears the ball to Vardy, who's on the wing. Another touch. Kicks inside 50. Smart's down there. Outreading him, Blakey. Good grab. Jarman just tried to be a little too clever, perhaps allowing Blakey to go at the ball. And Blakey from the back pocket. A long 70-metre drop punt to the wing. Carey is up, but Wren, the man McNennan just told you about, pulled it down, gave to Hart, kick inside 50. Robran couldn't bring in the half volley. Gives to Johnson. Johnson to McLeod. He's inside 50. Back by hand to Johnson. 35 out. It's a goal. Crows are back in it. No, it's out. It is a goal. No. It is a goal. You scared me there for a second. I think the 30,000 Crow fans here that were waving flags were worried for a second as well. But 6 minutes played, and Johnson has put it through. North Melbourne 6:15.51, now 11 points up. Adelaide 6:4.40.
Well, so McLeod freak again. I know that I'm over-wrapped at him, but he was gone out of business and found a beautiful hand pass to Johnson to finish the goal. But they have found something. It's they're going to have a pretty exciting game, I think, but they can keep the spirit up.
The Crows 2 goals, 1-0 in the first 6.5 minutes of this third term. Centre bounce, it's a high one, 20 stories high. Knocked forward by Wren up towards half forward. Kicked off the ground by Eccles. Robert with a hand pass sideways to Edwards. Vardy, open goal, 20 metres out, has missed out to the left. And a school child would have kicked that one. That was a bad miss in
like
the
a gorilla,
context of this game. North Melbourne 6:15.51, but then again North missed some sitters in the second quarter.
They're
Adelaide 6:5.41. Do you reckon, Pete?
Yep, they're rattled at the moment.
They could have been less than a goal behind the Crows, but that miss costly. Short pass from fullback okay to Stevens from Archer. Stevens holds up play. Back pocket. Now kicks long. McKernan against Wren. Wren's winning. Knocked the ball away. Close to the boundary. Eccles there. Keeps it in. Pushed out by Pike. Gets a free kick for in the back. It wasn't quite necessary from Martin Pike. Free kick to Eccles. Crows will go into attack again.
Shannon Grant off and Freeborn on, and Jack has spilled some ink, I think, although he blew all the time.
Eccles long kick. Smart. Got hands to the ball. Didn't bring the mark down. Now Archer. Handballs, but didn't handball to a teammate. Ball falls to Jarman. Jarman to McLeod. Goal coming up.
Nope.
Well, McLeod would have kicked it. McLeod would have kicked it if they'd have paid advantage, but it was 2 movements after the free kick. And Tyson will take the free now.
Pike is off and Rock on, so North Melbourne making 2 changes in about 5 seconds.
It's the Crows that are rocking on in this third term. 8 minutes played, and this kick to bring them back within a goal. 24 points down, they were out of it almost at half-time, but Tyson's drop punt is just astray. It's only a behind, so now, after North missing easy opportunities, Adelaide Crows doing likewise. North 6:15.51 to Adelaide 6:42, but we've got a game. 9 points the difference. Kangaroos lead.
Kick in by David King, well outside 50. Up goes McCartney, can't mark. Rock just on, knocks the ball to Freeborn. Freeborn on half-back. Tyson chasing, but Freeborn kicks the ball up towards half-forward. On the bounce, out comes Carey, and he takes it over. No, good work there by Caven, and it's out of play between wing and half-forward for North Melbourne. Terrific start by the Crows. They've kicked 2 goals, 3-0 in the first 9 minutes of the third quarter, and the margin 51-42 all of a sudden. Boundary throw in Roberts and Wren wins easily, knocks it 20 metres down the ground. It's right on the true wing position now in front of the Great Southern Stand, and there'll be a throw in. Tommy Hafey.
Wren is dominating, absolutely dominating. McKernan's down at full forward now, but he's been belted every time he's gone near the ball, and I think that Wren is going to be the very, very important player.
From the boundary throw-in, North's lead at half-time has been reduced from 24 points to 9. A boundary throw-in and players on top. Pete, what do you make of it?
Looking at Crows and walked back in the door when I said finish, and they should be back at Bordertown. Showed a bit of courage.
Bounce on the wing, an important one again. And Wren wins it again, knocks it down, but Harvey steals it for North. Runs the wing, kicks to half-forward. Carey is there. Dumps the ball inside 50, hoping McKernan will trap it. He can't. Ball comes to Simpson. Kicks back to full forward. Abraham gets back. Not in time. Ball bounces on the line. It's out on the full. It bounced over in the forward pocket. Free kick to Goodwin of the Crows. Things just bounce in the Crows' way at the moment. 10 minutes played. Adelaide trailed by just 9 points.
Short kick by Goodwin, and his teammate takes the mark in Mark Stevens on half-back. Kicks the ball around the outer wing. Up goes McLeod, punches the ball to the front. Freeborn can't get there before the white line. Boundary throw-in. Well, the Crows fans very vocal, as they certainly would, because the seeds of doubt would have been firmly implanted at half-time when they trailed by 21 scoring shots to 7. Boundary throw in. Wren brings it behind, but straight to Anthony Stevens of North Melbourne. Pumps North in towards half forward. The ball punched away by Caven. Clean bowls a few players, but not Risciuto. Mark Risciuto of the Adelaide team runs off half-back, has one bounce. Thought about a hand pass, now goes long in towards half forward. Pickett punches the ball straight up in the air. It comes down, it's on 50, and there'll be a ball up. Stacks on the mill on 50.
Great desperation, Jarman. When everyone else wanted to punch the ball clear, Jarman wanted the ball.
North Melbourne 6:15.51, Adelaide 6:6.42. AFL Grand Final on grandstand around Australia. From the ball up, McCartney knocks the ball out wide, but it's picked up there by Vardy. Kicks in towards half forward. Peter Bell is there, traps it, takes it on the body, then pursues the ball out towards 50 and beyond. Smart closing, but Bell kicks the ball around the members' wing. Now, further down the field is James, knocks it across away from Harvey to Eccles. He goes in towards the middle with a mark taken by Bickley. Gets a hand pass to Goodwin. Goodwin has a bounce, almost lost it. Runs to 65, then delivers to Jarman, who's caught behind. And Mickey Martin takes a saving mark for North Melbourne in the back pocket.
The Colt figure kicks toward Robert Scott, also there McLeod and Rock, but the ball will come back. Rock did take the mark. I'm not too sure why the ball is coming back, but rather than waste seconds on something we can't explain, let's just get on with it. Martin, back pocket with the ball, and will relieve for North. Michael Martin played a fantastic game on Robert. He was barely taken a mark. Long kick to the outer side half-back flank. McKernan, Wren, McCartney. Neither of them can take the mark. Ball comes to the back of the pack. Quick handball. Stevens hits it on nicely. Johnson on the end of the handball. Kicks to full forward. Vardy can't bring the mark down. Jarman will goal. We have got a game. 3 goals, Jarman. Deja vu. He won the game last year. He's come to play second half this year. North Melbourne 6:15.51 by just 3 points. Adelaide 7:6.48. Michael Noonan.
Yes, it's most noticeable that all the Adelaide Crows players are running. I think it was mentioned at half-time. That's what they needed to do, just to take the punt. Neil Baum said they had to run, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking any risk. As soon as they get it, give it off and just run and hit the full forward line as quickly as possible. Across half-back, Caven still holding up. Wren's been absolutely dominant in ruck, and something has to happen there if North Melbourne are to arrest this movement from Adelaide.
Adelaide has scored 21 unanswered points in the early part of this term as Scholl comes off and Pike back on. It's a beautiful centre bounce to restart play. Knocked down by McKernan, but nearly almost the wrong way to Bell. The ball knocked across from Tyson in towards McLeod. He kicks to Jarman, and Jarman's marked on 50 for the Adelaide Crows.
And Pagan made a move then, and North were a man down. Adelaide had the spare man for a crucial bounce.
Darren Jarman, 3 goals. He can put Adelaide in front. And I'm sure even Brian Clark, the Darwin bookie, who joined us pre-match, wouldn't have laid odds on that.
That's the run again that Tyson just pushed himself to get there. He wasn't going to get to that ball first, and he did.
Now Jarman to put the Crows in front from 48 metres. It's a floating kick. It is just, I think, I'm not sure, offline, out to the left by an absolute whisker for a behind. What a game. 2 points, Justin Madden. North Melbourne 6:15, Adelaide 7:7.
Absolutely. You just can't believe it. They had to do it in the first 15 minutes. They're doing it. It's whether they can maintain it. I think they can, but it's going to be hard the last quarter when Adelaide are going to be tight, so they've got to do it now. They won't be able to do it in the last quarter.
King from fullback kicks to himself again. He'll kick long. No, he goes from one end to the other. In fact, kicks straight down the centre of the ground in the end, and Pike is there to mark it. Plays on immediately. Kicks back towards Pagan's paddock. It's empty. Abraham knocks the ball down to Caven, though, who beats Kerry again. Caven to James. James to Johnson on the wing. Shepherding Tyson. Johnson gets there in time, picks up the ball, handballs over the top to Tyson. He's almost a half forward. Gets a kick long. It's going to be inside 50. Marsh! Great mark! The youngster.
Mark.
That was a beauty. He didn't care who he was on there. He had highs for the ball and a strong pair of palms on the leather then. And he will kick it goal to put the Adelaide Crows in front. Well, what a moment for a young kid.
Yes, he looks anxious.
In 50 years' time, he can tell his grandchildren, I had a kick from 50 metres out, 45-degree angle at the 15-minute mark of the grand final in the third term to put the Crows in front, and I missed it.
I reckon he'll just forget that story now.
Gee, what a moment, though, that would have been. 15 and
What,
a
for
half
him or the
minutes.
grandchildren?
Well, for everyone. 15 and a half minutes, third term. Adelaide now trail by 1 point. 50 plays 51.
They'd say in 50 years' time, the late Peter Booth, if he hadn't been calling, Marsh would have kicked it. That's Wayne Russell's a mob. Now the kick from King outside 50 has been marked out there by Bickley. Gets a hand pass to Marsh, who kicks up towards the edge of the square. Smart from behind, but he's marked. No, it's going to be paid. Goal umpire in perfect position. He's marked just before the line, Nigel Smart, and he can run around and put the Crows in front. They only trail by a point anyway. He can level scores here. North haven't scored in this term.
I think that was a point.
That was way over the line, but he marked.
I reckon it was too. I thought it was, but, you know.
Here's
We're
Smart
in
now.
perfect position.
To put him in front
Yeah,
of the
well,
level of score.
150.
Nigel Smart, wedged up against the boundary. Left forward pocket, main scoreboard end of the MCG. Here he comes. A score will level it. He comes out, bends it, and almost bends the post off its hinges as he hits it about 2/3 way up. Scores are level. Yes, they are. They've scored 24 points to 0 this term. North Melbourne 6-15-51, Adelaide 7-9-51.
And there's some urgency on the faces of the North Melbourne players at the moment. David King yelling and screaming for his players to get into space. Find me something and I'll kick it to you. He kicks straight down the centre of the ground towards Freeborn, who's up and takes the mark at centre half back. And Eccles bearing down on him. Freeborn long to centre half forward. They need Carey to stand up. It's over his head and Caven will almost pay the mark to him. He'll get the crumb anyway. Great poise. Gave to Wren, who gave to Goodwin, who kicks toward the wing. No one can grab the mark. The ball hits the turf. Down there was King, but Eccles stole it. Gave a long handball over the top. Great knock on McLeod. Ball comes to Tyson. Inside 50. Vardy couldn't bring the mark down. The ball off hands to Stevens of North. Got caught high. Upset play on. Kicks toward the wing. It bounces and then bounces out of play. And this game has some spice now. Big crowd, sun still shining, full house almost here at the MCG. 18 minutes, third term, scores level. What more could you ask?
Not a thing, Dwayne, not a thing. Boundary throw in front of the Great Southern Stand. McKernan and Wren, but Wren wins straight towards Harvey, who kicks it towards centre half forward for North Melbourne. Out comes Goodwin, can't mark. Abraham had it, then lost it, then had it. Open goal. He can bomb it in. Abraham, he has put it through. Great goal from 48 metres out. Winston Abraham puts the Kangaroos a goal in front. North 7-15, Adelaide 7-9, Peter Knights.
Well, to say that it was the steadier is an understatement because it's been all Adelaide. But gee, at half-time, we still thought the scoreboard only said 4 goals down. Yet in general play in the first half, it was all North Melbourne. And what North Melbourne's inaccuracy did give, it just gave Adelaide a chance. They weren't down and out. They're still in with a chance because the scoreboard did say so. And it's a different game in the second half, and they've come out inspired because they still had that chance.
Roberts off and Capuano on.
North by a goal. In the ruck, up they fly. Wren, the knockdown. McLeod grabbed, not in possession. Free kick Crows. It was an iffy one, but you get them sometimes. And McLeod got this one. Spears the ball inside 50. On the lead is Smart. Byron Pickett. Brilliant mark. Inspirational mark for North. Gives off to Bell. Bell to the wing to Carey. Pushes Caven out. Not illegally according to the umpire. Ball close to the boundary. The ball kept in by Carey. Stevens of North bounces once and twice. Moves through the wing. Kicks to half forward and Pike takes a good mark. They've found something in response, North. Martin Pike to put the ball forward. Runs and with a long drop punt wobbles the ball to the top of the square in front. Good mark taken in front of McKernan by Stevens of the Crows. So a very valuable mark, that one, after starting on the bench.
It becomes a free hand, well, not a free hand pass, but a hand pass to James, but it's got to come back. So Mark Stevens, after taking the defensive mark in the last line, will have to kick from the punt road end. Goes out towards the southern stand side of the ground. Wren is there, some pushing and shoving going on. But Capuano's taken a mark while all the pushing and shoving goes on.
Well, he'll show McKernan how to take a mark, because McKernan's been terrible in that department.
Kick by Capuano inside 50. McKernan can't mark it again. Yes, you're right, Crackers. Will he get a free kick? No, it's coming back on play. Didn't see what happened. Mark Stevens.
Chase McKernan for pushing.
Okay, in fact, it's James. It becomes a free hand pass, Jack, to James. He gives it to Stevens, who kicks out towards the wing, and Johnson is marked in front of the Great Southern Stand. North Melbourne 57, Adelaide 51. Johnson up towards the players' race, but the kick. Robin, but Archer stands his firm ground and takes a good mark defensively on half-back for North Melbourne, who lead by 6 points. Scores were level a moment ago, but at half-time, North led by 24 with 21 minutes in the third term. Now kick by Archer from half-back around the members' wing. Mark Stevens goes up, almost had it. Does fall. He's taken high by McKernan. Almost decapitated him. And Mark Stevens will take a free kick, and he plays off, and he's off and running. At centre half-back, it's a wobbly old kick towards half-forward. It slides behind the pack. A chance for Nigel Smart. Gets a bad bounce, then controls it. Will he get out of trouble? He does. Gets a hand pass to Tyson, who's had a sensational third quarter. Kicks in towards full forward. Vardy goes up, can't mark. Spillage taken by Blakey. Kicks the ball towards centre half-back. Carey there, trying to lift the side. Gets a good inspirational hand pass to Bell from half-back. Bell of North Melbourne kicks to McKernan, and Tommy's taken one after all. Allison doubling back, and also Capuano. Yes! Will he get there? No. Wren might spoil. Oh, bad bounce there for North Melbourne. Picked up by James. Gets a hand pass to Rashuto. Good hand pass under pressure. Rashuto to Wren. Kicks up towards Robram. They need him to lift. The ball slides behind Robram and Mickey Martin. Crumbs picked up by Bell of North Melbourne. Kicks out towards the wing, where it's marked by Capuano.
North on the rebound here. Capuano towards half-forward. Good mark taken by James. And pretty good in defence. Gives to Hart. Hit by Pike as he kicks it. Play on, says the umpire. Ball to the wing. Martin against Robran. Again, Martin's fist wins out, but Robran tackles Martin as he gets a wobbly kick towards the wing. Eccles dives on the ball. North players dive on him. Toe poke by Rashuto. He runs to advantage. Gets the ball to half forward. Edged out of the contest almost by Simpson. Rashuto on hands and knees, and he throws Simpson aside, and the umpire will bounce. Tommy?
I think they've been very ordinary, to be quite honest.
Rock off and Harvey.
Ordinary. That's wrapping them up.
Bounce at half forward. Beautiful knockdown Wren to McLeod. What will the Genius do? Kicks to the top of the square, and a good mark by McCartney out in front of Marsh. Jason McCartney holds up play. Has Capuano wide, about 40 metres away. Anthony Stevens also ignores him. Kicks long to the wing. Gets it out of his area. Carey up. Spoils from Wren. Ball down to Simpson. Kicks toward half forward. Knocking it on Allison, but straight to Hart. Hart to Eccles. Eccles has a man free. Chips it over the top by hand to the running Goodwin. A long bomb inside 50. Robran. Smart. Marsh. All up. Down McLeod. McLeod to Vardy. He will go.
How good McLeod.
McLeod to Vardy, and the Crows at the 23.5-minute mark of the third term draw level again. 8-9-57 to North 7-15-57. Neil Baum.
Well, I mean, it's been
2 minutes in. Scores are level, 57 apiece. It's in the middle, picked up by Bell. Bell of North Melbourne drives them forward. Up goes Hart, can't mark. Eccles is there, punches the ball away from Abraham. Anthony Stevens does well, but he's tackled by Goodwin. Brought to the ground, and there'll be a ball up. Peter Knights, what do you make of it?
Oh, sensational, fantastic. I mean, it's just a great contest now, and now the individual highlights are starting to show at the same time. The game's gone to another level now, Pete.
North Melbourne 7-15-57. Adelaide more goals on the board. 8-7, 8-9-57 from the ball up. It's taken by Rashuto. Gets a hand pass to Bickley. Bickley from a stand start kicks up towards 50. Pushing and shoving. Someone needed at ground level. Picked up there by Blakey of North Melbourne. Hand pass to Martin. High kick out wide. A chance there for Harvey. Shielding his eyes from the sun. Can't mark. Gets a kind bounce. Runs away from Tyson. No. He's got to backtrack. Harvey does well. Thought about the hand pass. Oh, he's run a fair way. Then kicks on the bounce to no one. Inside 50. Caven and Mark Stevens. Caven waits for a kind bounce. Gets a defensive hand pass backwards to Hart. Hart now runs off half back. Sees Johnson. Daisy cutter. Half volley job. He tips the ball over the top. Well done to Bickley from Johnson. Bickley in the middle of the MCG. They're looking good. Robran's got a break on Martin. The ball slides behind. Vardy's hand pass to Robran. He can run in. Open goal. 15, 20 metres out and has hit the post. Another poster, but Adelaide in front by a point at the MCG. Now 8-10-58 to North Melbourne, 7-15-57, Swanee.
Well, bad luck for the Crows there. Some terrific play setting up Robin.
Getting better. King kicks in, but straight to Marsh. And the youngster stands tall, hands to Bickley. Bickley to McLeod, the genius. Will he wave the wand? He kicks to Smart, full forward. Smart marks, can play on. Decides not to. And he will kick it goal from about 10 metres out, but the angle's going to be a shoot.
The feeling
He should have played on.
The feeling is that McLeod struggles to fully extend his kick. So it looked like it was another... That was just an easy goal. But
yeah. Smart stands on the boundary, forward pocket for Adelaide, who lead by 1 point. We're close to three-quarter time, a matter of minutes away from it. He walks in, 1 metre from the boundary, check side goal. Crows are in front by 7 points. And a shell-shocked North Melbourne are now being asked this question, what have you got left? 27 on the clock, third term, Adelaide, 9-10-64.
That's across to Mark Stevens. He kicks out wide to Johnson of Adelaide. He marks on the members' wing. I don't know what they gave him at half-time. I'd like some of it. The kick by Johnson in towards half-forward to Martin. Can't get a kick. Hand passes straight to Jarman. He in turn to Robin. Sidesteps. Gives a hand pass to Eccles. He can kick a goal. No, it comes back, but not enough. It was never on target and through for a behind to the Adelaide Crows. They'd lead 9-11-65 to North Melbourne 7-15-57.
Archer from fullback, long kick. He's hoping for a McKernan mark, doesn't get it. Good spoil, Pittman. Scholl also there, attacking the ball. Hasn't had a big afternoon. Craig Scholl possessions, please, Jack, if you can. Ball about to come back into play. It's into play. Pittman, big knockdown to attacking 50. McLeod, the magician, one way, then the other. Spins into trouble, then out of it. Got a handball away. It was smothered by McKernan. Ball comes towards Simpson. Kick around, that was Freeborn. Kick around the body towards the wing. Scholl there again, but out of play.
Goals 8-1 goal in this term. Boundary throw in off the pack for North Melbourne, taken by Harvey. Kicks up towards Carey, whose mark will kick from 55 metres out from goal.
He's been very disappointing.
Plays on quickly, sits it up looking for Allison, who takes a mark. Good mark by Allison. James was late, came over his bow. North supporters 150, but Allison, Hunt Road goal, 40 metres out. He has put it through. Right on three-quarter time. North get their 8th. Allison, who's been used sparingly today, gets his first. And Sean Wren came off just before the finish too to just try and rejuvenate his motor for this last quarter. At three-quarter time in the AFL Grand Final, you wouldn't believe it. It's been a 26-point turnaround. It would have been 32 had the Siren just beaten Brett Allison. Adelaide lead by 2 points, 9-11-65 to North Melbourne 8-15-63. Away we go for the final 30 minutes of football for season 98. We might be back next week, boys. You never know. Adelaide 65, North Melbourne 63. Centre bounce, neither ruckman win it. It's in the middle. Wren goes to ground via a tackle from Shannon Grant, and there'll be a secondary ball up. Tommy, quick one from you.
Yes, I'd say that Wren is the important player here and getting the ball away, and that's where the Adelaide players just dominated that particular area in the last quarter.
Secondary bounce in the middle, up they go. Wren wins. John Johnson knocks it on, but straight towards King. He's tackled there by Tyson. They gained a few metres, Adelaide Crows, out of the centre, between the centre circle and the square line, so they're about 10 or 12 metres forward of the circle. From the ball up, Wren knocks it outside that centre square. McLeod gets it, a nice little knock across from Edwards. McLeod's hand pass to Tyson. Tyson, 40 metres out, has kicked a goal under 1 minute in the final term.
Well,
Adelaide by 8 points in the grand final. Now 10-11. 71, North Melbourne 8-15-63. And Neil, you're dying to get it out.
how many times can you lure a player like McLeod? That was just phenomenal.
And watch the bounce in the centre. Another important knock coming up. Wren wins it, takes it out of the ruck, handballs to that man again. McLeod threads a handball through traffic. Edwards couldn't steal it. Down there does King, who does well, gives it to Stevens. And Stevens of North kicks straight to Rashudo, fooled himself, lost possession, gathered it again, evades 2 tackles, gives to Wren. He torpedoes inside 50, 80-metre kick, a mark by Archer. Last line of defence, kick smothered though, trickles toward the boundary, and 60 metres out from
He didn't
goal.
pay the mark.
He didn't pay the mark.
He didn't pay the mark.
Okay, forced to play on 60 metres from Adelaide's goal. It'll be tossed in. If you've just joined us, we're 2 minutes into the final term, and Adelaide lead 71-63 by 8 points.
Boundary throw in. Robin brings it down. A chance for Vardy. 65 out. Sits it up. It's going to land 30 metres out from goal. Archer the spoil. Tyson pursues the ball outside 50. Plenty of time to turn around. Survey. And surveys Jarman.
He's a danger man. If he gets going, if he starts to sweat a bit, you've got a bit of problems, I tell you.
He'll kick from 51 metres out, just a few degrees off dead centre to the Punt Road goal. Adelaide 10-11-71, North Melbourne 8-15-63, and since half-time it's been 6-8 to 2 goals, 14 scoring shots to 2 after North had 13 to 2 in the second term. It's just been a total turnaround reversal. 10-11 plays 8-15. Now Darren Jarman has kicked 3 goals too. Here he comes. Right on 50, on its way. This will give North something to think about, and they are thinking. He gets his 4th, and North have collapsed at the MCG. It's not over yet, but they're playing with spirit, and they're dominating play, the Adelaide Crows. 11-11-77, North Melbourne 8-15-63.
This could be his time. The bounce in the centre. McKernan knocks it almost all the way to half forward, gathering Bickley. He's in turn caught by Anthony Stevens, and there will be a bounce. Good one, I think. Good one, is it? There'll be a bounce. Yes, it is. I saw the 6 as he was dragged down. There will be a bounce at centre half forward for North Melbourne. McKernan in the ruck. Knocks the ball down to Abraham, threads through, and Eccles attempted tackle, falls over, didn't get a trip free kick. Grant handballs to Scholl. Scholl's kick at goal is off the side. Carey marked, but it was over the line. In fact, he marked it as far over the line as Smart did when Smart was paid before. 5 minutes, final term. Well, we have got a bad angle here. The parallax error might have killed me. 5 minutes, final term. North 8-16-64. Adelaide 11-11-77.
The margin 13 points, 3 kicks for North early in this final term. 5 minutes in, kick in by Rashido. Shocker. From Adelaide's point of view, it's been marked by David King, who sees Bell lurking at half forward, takes the mark, runs in, 40 metres out, has a shot, and Allison slides through his fingers. A poor kick by Peter Bell. Allison, I think, almost like the end of a diving board. He wasn't quite sure how far to go back, put the white line to take it over. He wanted to keep it forward to take the mark and turn around and kick it, and it slid through and has gone through for a behind. North Melbourne 8-17-65, Adelaide 11-11-77.
Rashido from fullback, long drop punt down the centre. They're confident. Up they go. Big knockdown by McKernan, but straight to Bickley of the Crows. From half back to half forward. Robrin might mark it. He's up. Big grab. Didn't bring the second down. There's a pack and he bounce.
That's got to be a free kick. He's put both hands on his shoulders, and the umpire's 15 metres away.
It looked like he marked it as well, so...
that is a joke. That's a free kick.
Ablett's taken 100 of those, Tommy.
Oh, that is a disgrace.
I would have paid the mark. I would have paid the free kick. Okay.
I would have paid the free kick because it wasn't a mark.
Bounce 50 from goal. Knockdown. If it had marked it, the free kick might not have been paid. Bounce, knockdown. Bickley spears the ball. Johnson 40 out. Well, maybe 45 out and a 45-degree angle. And it's the Adelaide Crows that lead with this kick to come still. And Johnson could make this their biggest lead of the game so far.
The big bang forward doesn't always work. Here's Johnson kicking now.
Johnson from 48, drop punt. You'll hear the roar. And there is none. It's a behind to the near side. 6.5 minutes played, final term. What a great day it's been. Adelaide 11-12-78. North 8-17-65.
Yeah, that big punch forward.
Right in, comes out towards the member side, and Freeborn takes the mark. McKernan went up, he was third in line and almost down by the time the ball arrived. Freeborn half-back flank for the Kangaroos. Kicks up looking for Carey. Caven the spoil. At ground level, James does well. Got support with a sideways hand pass, Rashido. Rashido's hand pass meant for Eccles. It went to Johnson. Eccles, quick hand pass under pressure to Edwards. They've lost at North Melbourne. The ball picked up by Scott. Scott kicks towards centre half forward. But Mark Stevens is there, the former Kangaroo, to mark the Adelaide Crows. Now gets a backward hand pass to James. James, a short one in towards that centre square where it's marked by Bickley. Adelaide 78, North Melbourne 65. Grandstand football around Australia. A real thriller, the 98 grand final. Kicked by Bickley, marked by Wren. Wren's marked about 70 metres out directly in front. They flood back. He goes short to Jarman, and Jarman's got it. He'll kick from 47 out directly in front at the punt road goal.
He's the man, isn't he? Jarman or Wren? You could give me either. I mean, Wren has just intimidated McKernan's mind, unfortunately, for the North Melbourne people.
They should be able to block him off, though. There's space there when Wren gets the ball to give to Jarman. The defence of North Melbourne's really struggling.
They're moving it so quickly they can't get back there to block it off. That's the key. They're moving it so quickly.
Adelaide by 13 points. Jarman for goal number 5. On its way, it is... Oh, wait. It's a treacherous angle. He's missed it out to the right. He has. And Jarman has 4 goals, 3 now for the Adelaide Crows, to extend their lead to 14 points.
More vocal with each passing minute. The kick to the southern stand, half-back flank. North with the numbers. The ball knocked down to Tyson of the Crows. Kick smothered by Anthony Stevens. Weaves through an attempted tackle. Gives to Simpson. He kicks toward the wing, but Goodwin is there. Dumps the ball down. They have the numbers again, Adelaide. Picking it up, Mark Stevens. Spears the ball. Robran has marked. 50 out. For once, he slipped away from Mick Martin by a metre, and that was all he needed. And Matthew Robran is within range when he's anywhere inside 60.
Remember, Martin absolutely slaughtered Gary Ablett all day, and Ablett got that mark with that missed kick that advanced Geelong and put North Melbourne out. And Martin's been on top all day.
He has, but Robran from directly out, from 52 metres out, the drop punt offline from the word go. It's out of bounds, knocked out of bounds, and it'll be tossed back into play. Adelaide forward pocket. The Crows to the punt road end in this final term, and the ball under the new scoreboard. The Crows lead 79 to 65.
By 14 points. 14 points from the boundary throw in. Back to school for you over the summer, Dwayne, for that maths examination. And there'll be a ball up. But the good thing from Adelaide's point of view, from the boundary throw in, players converged on top of the ball. And there'll be a ball up by umpire Goldsmith right in front.
Dangerous area for North Melbourne here, because they can't punch it through, and the Crummers can get it and get a goal.
20 metres out. Adelaide leading by 14 points. The ball up. Marsh brings it to a central position. Archer there. Kick smothered. Archer goes back. Pickett is there. Can't hand pass to anyone. Scholl emerges for North Melbourne though. Oh, it's a high ball. It's floating out towards the boundary. Eccles almost took a one-hander. Knocked the ball towards the boundary. Did well. Picked up by Rasciuto. Takes the ball over as the Freeborn confronted him, and Rasciuto was forced to backtrack over the white line for a throw-in. 10.5 minutes almost in the grand final term. Grandstand football. Dwayne Russell, Peter Booth. Adelaide 79, North Melbourne 65.
Ball back into play. Wren again wins it, but not to a teammate. Bell steals at half-back. Kicks to the wing. Pike just on. Can't take the mark. Ball towards Blakey. On hands and knees. Flips a handball to Simpson. Gets a kick away, but it's a wobbly kick, although it's marked by Harvey on the AFL logo, and a huge AFL logo it is on the wing this year. Harvey from that wing to the man they need to fire. Carey got a grab on the ball, then a crumb, handball to Grant, Grant to King, King from 50 metres out, long bomb, it's across the face, and that's a crucial miss. 11 minutes played, final term. Adelaide 11-13, 79. Now it's 13 points. North Melbourne 8-18, 66.
Kick in by Hart. He's got options everywhere, and Capen marks at centre half back, but well inside defensive 50. He's got Edwards running outside him. No, it's James outside a half back flank. Still inside 50 as they work the ball around the members' wing from the main scoreboard goal. Eccles is short, or so is Johnson, and Johnson marks outside 50, so they're chipping the ball around. Caven says, I'll take the short kick. He does and plays on. Caven runs to the wing. It's a hefty left foot kick. It's going to land just inside 50. Oh, Archer takes a beauty. He's marked at centre half back, took the front position, and you can see determination written all over his hands and face as he took that short pass to Anthony Stevenson, by hand to Scott. Scott further down the field to Bell. He's on the members' wing right below us. Kicks in towards half forward. The mark taken by Simpson. North starting to rally now. Simpson's kicking towards full foot. Carey's got it! Tumbling mark in the right forward pocket. 15 metres out from goal and about 12 metres in from the boundary on his non-preferred side. North need this and more.
They can say that again.
They trail by 13 points. Carey has kicked 1 goal, 3 today. Caven's done a terrific job. We're right behind the flight of this. This could be the kick of the match to get North back into it. 12 minutes on the clock. Now Carey from 15 metres out. Slight angle. Here he comes. Has missed it. Oh, what a... Well, his first kick of the game was a bad miss for goal, and he's put it through for a behind. It was never on target from 15 metres out. Often the signs there for North Melbourne now.
I won't even have a guess. It's 13 minutes final term. Short pass from fullback to James, and James takes the mark back pocket.
We might be back next week.
We could be. James, plenty of time taken. Big crowd here. 90,000 plus on the edge of their seats. and 60 of them thousand calling for him to hurry up, and he kicks towards Eccles. Carey pushes Eccles out, tries to claim the mark. Big tackle. Carey forced the handball out of play. He appeals to the umpire for the mark, but Wayne, it didn't do you any good Brownlow night. Might not do you any good today either. The ball about to be put back into play, 50 metres from North Melbourne's goal. The Roos trail by 2 goals. Mark Stevens, the knockdown. Ball comes to Rashuto, another Roo, but he's playing for the Crows, and they call Roo as he kicks toward the boundary, and it trickles out of play just the North Melbourne side of the MCC members wing in front of the smokers stand here at the MCG. 14 minutes tick by. Ball back into play, taken out of the ruck by McKernan. Handball to Anthony Stevens, runs to 80, long bomb. Caven's the only man home, and he judges it perfectly. Carey slow to recover to chase. Caven kicks to the outer side, long kick. Hart is under it. He takes the mark for the Crows. Southern stand half-back flank.
7:10 to 2-4 since half-time, the Adelaide Crows. The clock showing over 14 minutes in the final turn. They lead by 2 goals. As Hart kicks on the bounce, deliberately out to James. James on the wing, kicks in towards half-forward. Up goes Smart, 1 grab 2. Almost KO'd before half-time. And Nigel Smart moved up forward. Has marked about 65 metres out from goal. Half-forward flank, punt road end, southern side of the ground. The lead from Marsh, ignored. Marsh goes back to take the high mark if required. The kick is poor. McCartney might get there. Jarman makes a contest, punches the ball away from McCartney, and the ball out of play, right forward pocket for the Adelaide Crows.
To be fair, both teams look pretty good. Or in fact, North look a bit better going forward than Adelaide at the moment, so it's still very much an open contest.
A boundary throw in Crows by 2 goals, but they would like a behind here to make it 3 scoring shots from the boundary throw, and it goes to King. The ball comes off his body and slides over again in the right forward pocket for Adelaide Crows. They'd love a goal, but they'd love a behind to make 3 scoring shots for North midway through this final term. Marsh in ruck with McCartney. Marsh brings it down beautifully to Tyson. Kicks the ball in the air. Robin from behind. Forced to punch in front. Crum is needed. Smart is there. Gets a kick towards goal. It might bounce through. He's put it through. A goal to the Adelaide Crows. Kicked by Nigel Smart. He was in the sweet spot. Well done by Marsh to bring it down. Smart gets his second. Adelaide lead by 3 goals.
The question being asked of North now. The ball knocked down to Johnson. Johnson taps onto McLeod. The dream kid kicks inside 50. Jarman, the other king of Adelaide, takes the mark. He's kicked 4. Most importantly, 3 of them in the last half, 2 in the third. The first one after half-time was from his boot. And what an important goal that was.
And what an important kick this one is, Dwayne.
It is. He was fantastic last year. Maybe unlucky not to win the Norm Smith.
If he gets it, Dwayne, it'll be an 8-goal turnaround since half-time. It has got the look of hammer and nails.
What a great player he is. From 45, maybe 50 out, kicks the drop, punt, it's through. Jarman kicks his 5th. 17 minutes have been played, final term, the grand final of 1998. Adelaide with their biggest lead of the game so far, 13-91. North Melbourne, 8 goals, 19-67. It's a 24-point lead.
It bounces the ball, taken by McKernan. McLeod is there, so Bickley knocks it across to Johnson, back to Bickley. Here go the Crows again. High ball inside 50. No one can mark. Crum is needed. Forced out towards the boundary there by Vardy. It beats Martin and Jarman over. And they have a bit of a skirmish. And Jarman puts Martin down, concedes a free kick. But I don't think he's too worried. He reckons they've won it. They lead by 24 points.
He doesn't get the free kick.
He won't get it.
No, shouldn't have either.
Okay, thanks, boys. Boundary throw in. Marsh and McCartney in ruck. Marsh towering over McCartney. Up they go. Marsh brings it to a central position, comes out towards Archer. Takes the ball out towards the boundary, paddles, wants a kind bounce, doesn't come. Johnson puts his body in, and the ball goes over on 50. Adelaide deep in attack. They lead by 4 goals in the grand final of 98. Adelaide 13-13-91, North Melbourne 8-19-67.
Marsh to do the ruck work at half forward for Adelaide against McCartney. Marsh wins, knocks inside 50. Bickley first on it. Great tackle, Simpson. Ball spills to Bell. His kick off the side of the boot. It concedes ground, but it's out of play. Forward pocket for Adelaide. Time ticking away for North now. 19 minutes have been played, final term, and it's still 67-91. Adelaide by 24 points. Ball back into play. Once again, Marsh in the ruck, knocks down. Edwards has it. Forward pocket, kicks out on the full. So the margin will not be increased just yet. North Melbourne free kick, back pocket. Justin Madden.
Yes, well, I think Adelaide have got it. I just can't see North Melbourne coming back. When they do get the ball, they're forced to the boundary. They're not playing down the centre, and if ever they're going to be a chance, they've got to play through the centre of the
Kick
ground.
by Scholl from back pocket. Mark paid. Who to? Is it going to Robrin? Yes. He's marked on the half-forward flank.
And Mickey's going crook, as you would have thought.
And the Kangaroos will certainly rue that 2-11 in the second quarter, which may have cost them the momentum and ascendancy in this match. Kick by Robrin, the lead from Smart. He's got no slides through his fingers. Scott of North Melbourne picks up the spillage. Tumbles the ball towards half-back, but Skipper Bickley is there wide of centre for the Adelaide Crows, who are full of running. The kick by Bickley. It's going to land about 20 metres out from goal. No one can mark. It's at ground level. Comes out to Martin. Tackled by Robin. Martin's hand pass to Scott. He's tackled. The ball still 30 metres out from Adelaide's goal. Caven in there. So is Edwards. And the ball buried underneath the pack. And again, Malcolm Blight, as we indicated last week, the Bart Cummings of football coaching, bringing these teams the last couple of years right to its peak on Melbourne Cup or Grand Final day.
Adelaide has never beaten North Melbourne here at the MCG. What a day to break that one if they do. The ball knocked to the ruck contest to Stevens, though. Anthony Stevens to the centre. Carries up, but Mark Stevens in the way takes the mark in front of the dethroned King. Plays on, has a bounce, runs to half forward, spears the ball towards goal, and it's off hands through for a behind.
5 kicks now.
5 kicks to Mark Stevens.
Carey should have punched from behind then. It was almost a criminal like that.
21 minutes played. Final term, Adelaide 13-14, 92. North Melbourne 8-19, 67. And they might have it wrapped up, but don't write North Melbourne off just yet.
Kick in by Archer. Well, they need 5 kicks, Drano, and it's going to be hard from here. Marked by Rocket halfback. Hand pass to Mickey Martin, still in defensive 50. Hefty kick by Martin beyond the centre up towards Carey. Carey can't mark. Caven does well. The ball to ground level. A chance there for Freeborn. Gives a handball onto Bell. Bell, an open goal for North. Has the shot for goal and clips the post. Oh, dear. The inside of the post, too. It must have just brushed it by half a centimetre. Bad luck for North. Adelaide still lead by 24 points with 22 minutes in the term. Adelaide 13-14, North Melbourne 8-20, but the totals.
This is time and then heads to the southern stand side with a long drop punt. Up flies McKernan, the ball through his hands to Carey. Slips a handball to Anthony Stevens, who kicks inside 50. It's only one man there against 4, and it's out of bounds on the full anyway. Abraham was the one against 4 Crows. The free kick to Hart. Wastes no time. Kicks to Tyson, who takes the mark after King tried to take mark of the day. In fact, King's attempt at mark of the day was a push in the back, and Johnson will take the free half-back flank. Dangerously, he goes across the face of his defensive goal to Caven, who has obliterated Wayne Carey this afternoon, and he runs with a couple of bounces. Handballs to Risciuto. Risciuto back by hand to Caven. Slips around Carey. Sells him the dummy. If it's not embarrassing enough, kicks inside 50, but Byron Pickett, he has been standing tall, takes the mark at back pocket for North.
Crows by 24 points. Pickett short pass to Anthony Stevens. Head down and bottom up. Runs with one bounce in towards the middle. Helicopter kick in towards half forward. Off the packets taken by Edwards. Edwards of Adelaide. Defensive side of the centre, kicks up towards half forward. Out comes Smart, traps it beautifully. Gives a sideways hand pass to Tyson. He's been sensational. Handball across to Robram. He goes short to Edwards. Edwards marks. He can stroll in for Adelaide. 50 metres out. Edwards has a shot for goal and has just missed. But it's back to 5 kicks. The lights are on at the MCG, but they're certainly out for North Melbourne. Dennis Pagan and the staff over there will be shell-shocked after their performance leading up till half-time, which was terrific, but it's been shocking since then. Adelaide 13-15, North Melbourne 8-20.
Archer wastes no time. Straight down the centre of the ground, and up flies Carey. Couldn't take the mark again. Kane Johnson the crumb. Almost threw the ball inside 50. Tyson grabs. Gives by hand to Smart. From 45 out. Could be the sealer. It's all over. Adelaide Crows back to back. 3 to Nigel Smart. And the Crows, after being 24 points down at half-time, are living the dream. 24 minutes into the final term. 14-15-99. North Melbourne 8-20-68.
To Adelaide since half-time. How about that as Wren gets it down towards Bickley. In turn to Johnson. Quick hands to McLeod. Spearing, kicking towards full forward. Ball punched away by the North Melbourne defence out towards 50. But McLeod is there. Second effort followed his own kick down. Gets out of trouble. Gets a sideways hand pass to Jarman. They've got players everywhere. Jarman's hand pass to Vardy. Vardy's had a shot for goal. And he's put it through from the forward pocket. Another one to the Adelaide Crows. 11 goals to 2 since half-time. What about that? Vardy has kicked his second goal. We thought he was finished at half-time with his heel. 15-15, 105 Adelaide. North Melbourne, they'll rue this day for a long time. 8-20-68. Vardy hobbling, as you would expect. He was doubtful, passed the fitness test on Wednesday. Still doubtful, I would say, going into the game, and now limping badly.
28. It was interesting. I was talking to, I think it was scoring shots to 28. So Adelaide only 2 more shots at goal, but they've sewn it up. Ball knocked down by Capuano, stolen by McLeod again. He's in everything. Wren picks up the ball, but is converged upon, and there will be another bounce in the centre.
It's been 6-0 this term, Dwayne.
Unbelievable. North Melbourne, 8-15 at the start of the term, 8-20 now. The bounce. Knocked down by Capuano to Rock. Trickles a kick straight to Rashudo. Kick around the body. McLeod. What odds him, the Norm Smith. Takes another mark. Too far out to score here. Centre half forward. Slips a short pass to Johnson. A short pass of about 11 metres. 24 possessions, McLeod. Kane Johnson. He spirals a torpedo to the forward pocket. Marsh is there. Couldn't bring the mark down. In fact, tapped it down. Archer tries to dive on it. Smart steals it. Kicks across the face. Byron Pickett. Back pocket for North Melbourne. Taps the ball to his own advantage. Gathers. Runs around Eccles, who knocked the ball from his grasp. Picked up in the end by Freeborn. Handball to Capuano. Capuano to the wing. Rock is there. Up flies James. Knocks the ball away from Rock. Ball down towards James again. Handballs to Wren. Wren to Eccles. Eccles to Johnson. Johnson will be caught. He gets caught. Simpson, good tackle, holding the ball. Surely at a half-back. Free kick to North Melbourne. 27.5 minutes played. Final term. Adelaide 15-15, 105. North 8-20-68.
The kick by Simpson of North Melbourne into the middle, marked by Blakey of North Melbourne, but it's forlorn now. Blakey's kick, now there's 50. That's the first of the day, I'd say. The first 50 of the day. Mike Noonan, you must be feeling pretty happy, and rightly so.
Oh, I think it's been an absolutely superb effort. Again, the question of fitness. Here's a side that's been on the road for 5 weeks, and yet they're finishing a game off like this. You know, you just got to at least question what's happened to Adelaide that they can do that. And all credit to the club, all credit to the coaching staff. It's just been an absolutely superb effort.
Forward as Blakey has a pot shot for goal. No, I think he might have missed it. Hangs his head low. He has missed. Behind to North Melbourne. They move to 8-21-69 to Adelaide 15-15, 105. The dying few minutes of this match.
Short pass, dangerous, but okay to Rashudo. But he takes the mark. 36 points, the Adelaide lead. We've played 29 minutes, final term.
Now the kick out wide, been marked by Adelaide again. And just to think parent by Caven, he goes short. Mark taken further down the field.
Blighty walking down through the crowd, getting the applause from the Adelaide supporters.
Well, what a dream run he's had with the Adelaide Crows, and what a fantastic job he has done. He coached North Melbourne for a short time, coached Geelong, and now he's got back-to-back premierships. And the applause from the members too, who really probably don't care who wins, but they appreciate what he's done. The ball on half forward for North Melbourne. Blakey has a shot. Unguarded goal. It's bouncing towards Bell. He'll turn around and kick it. Will he? No. He'll give a hand pass to Shannon Grant. He has a shot for goal, but guess what? It's symptomatic of North's problem since quarter time, when they really haven't found the major opening, and he's put it through from behind. Almost 30 minutes in. North Melbourne 8-22-70. Adelaide 15-15, 105.
I thought Blighty was actually going to the rooms to be there to meet the players on the way in.
Well, he did that at Richmond. I didn't appreciate it.
No. Well, he wouldn't get out of here early anyway, because the North Melbourne fans are all in their cars already. Long kick from fullback. Mark, almost by Mark Stevens. He does get paid. Well, he has been a good performer. Started on the bench, come on, and has really played a superb hand.
This is like last week's Sydney preliminary final when Parramatta led 18-2 at half-time and scored only 2 points to 30 after that.
Short past Mark Stephen Sandwich.
There's the siren, it's all over. And Pittman, Costa, Ellen and Connell, the interchange players for the Adelaide Crows, race across the ground from their dugout to embrace their friends who have performed so very well this afternoon. Certainly almost a game of two halves. Adelaide totally dominant after half-time. And the final score in the grand final of 98, as Dwayne said, as Adelaide and Malcolm Blight scores a unique double. Adelaide 15-15, 105 to North Melbourne 8-22-70. The vanquished North Melbourne, they would have just about had it on their mantelpiece. They started 2-1 on favourites and certainly would have been probably 5s on at half-time when they led by 24 points, and they should have been probably 7 or 8 goals in front. But the Crows, to their gallant effort, have come out after the break and have scored 11 goals to 2 after half-time to win the game by 35 points. Adelaide 15-15, 105. North Melbourne 8-22-70. And at one stage in the game, in fact at half-time, the scoring shots were 21-7. Guess what? At full-time, they're 30 apiece. Such was their dominance. We'll take the presentation shortly. Jack Cameron getting the stats of the winning team. Commiserations, Jack. I know you had it in the bag, but that's sport. And such is the flukiness of our great game. Darren Jarman kicked 5 goals for the Crows. Smart kicked 3. And Vardy kicked 2. And singles to James, Pittman, Johnson, Tyson and Risciuto. And for North Melbourne, well, who would have thought they would not have had a multiple goal kicker in their lineup? Singles to Blakey, Pike, Abraham, Carey, Roberts, Bell, Allison and Simpson. And don't worry, Adelaide Crows fans listening right around Australia, you'll hear your theme song plenty of times. In fact, we'll let you sit back and enjoy it now before the presentation. Before the next chorus, although the next chorus is going through, it was a 59-point turnaround after half-time. They trailed by 24 points and won the game by 35 points. I was expecting a little bit of orchestra there to get this information in, but it seems as though that they're in full song. Let's rejoin them. Now, just looking away from the Adelaide Crows huddle there, the vanquished North Melbourne, Dennis Pagan, hands behind his back. Wayne Carey, very disappointed. I wouldn't like to be going to the North Melbourne rooms tonight to try and get reaction, but I'm sure that they will react to the media because they have been beaten squarely today by the Crows, who looked down and out at half-time. And I guess a lesson to a lot of us to write off a team at halfway in modern football, but they did look to be bad. Vardy was limping. Smart had gone off, we thought, with concussion before the break. And we thought that Malcolm Blight's flexibility may have diminished by about 50%. But they lifted, and how they lifted to win the game, running away by 35 points. Adelaide 15-15-105 to North Melbourne 8-22-70. Now we'll have the presentation coming up in just a moment, and while we wait, Neil Baum and the boys.
Well, that's one that got away, really. Northern did all the work, as we said at half-time. They were the dominant side. They should have, as Tommy said, I think should have had it wrapped up and ready to take home. But because they kicked 6-15 as opposed to 4-3, they left a damn good side in it. And we felt the conjecture was, at half-time, will they have the will and the spirit, I guess, to get themselves up? And fortunately, they had enough good players in there to make sure, and obviously good management, to make sure that happened.
Begin the presentation to the Adelaide Football Club. Show your appreciation for the efforts here of North Melbourne on the Melbourne Cricket Ground today at the grand final. A gallant in defeat, and I'm sure we'll see them back here in the grand final again in the not-too-distant future. It gives me a great deal of pleasure now to invite former North Melbourne champion and a dual Brownlow medalist, Keith Gregg, to join me on the presentation dais to present the Norm Smith Medal to the player adjudged the best to ground here in the 1998 Coca-Cola AFL Grand Final. And ladies and gentlemen, the Norm Smith medalist is Andrew McLeod of Adelaide.